morning asking for nominations for Player of the Week, and I think we had 5 or 6 different people score touchdowns Friday night,
Right.
and we had several, have big runs and big games. And I said the only one that really stands out is our offensive line. So if you want our whole offensive line to be Players of the Week on the offensive side, then that's who I would recommend at this point. And they're unselfish. I think all offensive linemen are unselfish, but they are very unselfish. They do what's best for the team. I know J.C. Falls was a defensive lineman for a long time before he came over to the offensive side, and he really loves that now. I know some of those guys would probably really like to run the ball, but they never complain, and they like blocking people.
Kind of a good mix there too, class-wise. You've got 3 seniors that are there in the middle, but both your tackles are sophomores, so you got some guys gaining experience as they go as well.
Yeah, you'd really like to have a couple more juniors on that line, but it is, and they're gaining experience. And 2 freshmen played a lot last year. Camden Goforth played all up 12 games, I guess is what we played last year, 11 or 12, and I think Ace played the last 6 or 7 of those. So that a lot of experience on that line coming back from, and we knew that coming into the year that was going to be one of our strong points. We've been leaning on them thus far.
You probably couldn't have scripted things much better for the East Hamilton game. You get 2 rushing touchdowns from Sharp, and you force East Hamilton into 3 punts in just the first quarter. Tarzan White scores on a 5-yard run in the second quarter, and then the defense gets involved. Dakota Thompson recovers a fumble, takes it to the house. Talk to us about that big play, and then your defense is playing pretty well too.
Yeah, I mean, they really didn't get a whole lot. The one score they got in the first half was a fumble by our offense. Set up a short field for them, and we lost some people in coverage. They even give up that touchdown, so we hopefully we'll clean that up this week. But game changers are defensive turnovers and defensive scores.
Yeah.
And that's a big score. That's a backbreaker whenever you can pick up a fumble or an interception and bring that back for a touchdown. It was a long run by Dakota, and obviously gave us some momentum and took a lot away from them.
Obviously, Dakota, too, when he got the ball and got in the clear, is a guy that knows what to do with it. He plays wide receiver as well.
Yeah.
So
I think we had a chance later, too, with Henry. Henry wouldn't have fallen on that ball. Cook.
Yeah.
And Mackay came to the sideline yelling at Henry because he said he was telling him to get away from it. He was going to pick it up and score. And so defensive linemen were fighting over that ball, and I think we might have scored on another one if they went after it.
Another thing to mention, East Hamilton held to 7 yards rushing.
Yeah, that is key, and we've always been that way. Defensively, if we can get you one-dimensional, it's really good to know that you can't run the ball. And we'll always, our game plan each week in and week out, is to stop the run. Make you have to throw the ball to beat us, and hopefully it's another week. We've worked on that, and those are one of our keys to our game every week, is to keep the other team from being able to run the ball.
Coach, if there was a downside to last Friday's game, it'd probably be in the area of special teams and specifically those extra point attempts. Did you guys see anything on film that maybe you address this week, try to correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's several things. Snaps weren't great sometimes. Sometimes the holds weren't great. Sometimes we were a little late on the kick because of the snaps hadn't been great and the holds had, so it was a combination. Yeah, it's just, when certain things don't happen right, it gets doubt in the mind of your kicker. And you don't want doubt in the mind of your kicker on snaps and holds. And so we've got to clean those things up. And, he's got to stay on time regardless of the snap or the hold. He's got to be on time when he kicks the ball. So, we really worked hard on it. It's funny. Spencer was out there on a knee this week showing Dakota how to hold. And I asked him, what are you doing? He goes, I'm coaching him how to hold. And I said, man, this is the 5th game of the year. You ain't showed him that yet. So, yeah, maybe we'll show a little improvement from that. Help from Coach Spencer there, helping Dakota hold the ball. And I know, it's stuff we work on all the time, every day. And it's just comfortable doing it and everybody being positive and getting through those things. But I think we'll probably we should be better this week.
Kind of an interesting point, though. Spencer, gets a lot of training aside from being here on the team. maybe camps and working with other individuals, he probably does pick up some things on the proper way to do some other parts of kicking.
There's not many on our staff that could help him kick him. I know Coach Bennett does a great job with the punters, but kicking is a whole different ball game for us. We used to have Buck Billings was on our staff for a long time, and he was a kicker in college, and man, he was a great asset to help those kickers. Andy Bailey comes out when he can to give some pointers, and he's there a lot of times, especially home games. So I expect him to probably be there at the game, and that helps during the game, and really just to calm the mind of the kicker, because we just don't, we can't really help him. We don't. That's not our expertise.
Right. All right, you're listening to the Rays Auto Body Coaches Bench Show. We'll be back in just a moment with more comments from head coach Bo Kegel.
Rays Body Shop is the name you know and trust, and the first place to go when happens. Rays has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG and vinyl-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mount Road, Athens, 745-9529.
Welcome back to the Rays Auto Body Coaches Bench Show. I'm joined again by head coach Bo Kegel. Coach, let's take a look at just some interesting statistics through 4 games. First of all, you've rushed for 1,081 yards. 7 different players have scored on rushing touchdowns. So you're sharing the wealth back there in that backfield.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it's got to be. Most of those guys are playing defense, and you got to get different people in at different times, get more people touches. So we feel confident in a lot of guys being in the backfield now and running the ball. Brady's gaining confidence at the quarterback position. I know he's got a couple of rushing touchdowns, probably on his quarterback sneaks. But, the more we play, the more confidence they'll get and more comfortable they'll get in the offense.
Jacob Sharp leads the way. He's had 37 carries, 318 yards. That's an 8.59 yard average per carry. But here's one I want to bring up. Luke Sliger, 11 carries, 197 yards, 17.91 yards per carry. How is he finding those breakout plays?
Who would have thought that? Well, I mean, he's finding them because he's got good vision. He does. He really has good vision. He's not. He's probably not the scat back that Jacob is. He's kind of a long, rolling runner, but he sees the hole and gets through it. And then when he gets to open field, and he's
got good speed.
He's got good speed, a lot like his dad was 100 years ago when I watched him play.
It seems like both of those long runs were in situations. Of course, he's going to get it up the middle in most cases, but it seems like things were packed in. And I mean, once he breaks through,
when you watch it on film, he sees the hole. He may be one of the best that we've got back there, just the vision and being able to see where to make the cut. And once he gets in there, he goes. Yeah. And that's, those are the things we're trying to teach our backs is to get downhill and they're just so different. Like Peanut right now, he's not, of course, he's young, sophomore. He doesn't see it very well, and he's getting better at looking at the things he's supposed to look at. So he's trying to get downhill as fast as he possibly can because he knows we want him to gain positive yards. And he misses the hole because he's trying to get there so fast. And I think Tarzan sees the hole, but he tries to do too much instead of just hitting it and getting gone. I think that Luke's probably the one that has the combined of both of those is hitting the right hole and getting out too. So it's really been success for him thus far in getting those big plays.
A few more statistics through four games. Spencer Sullen's punting for 45.56 yard average. Now that's huge in high school football.
Oh, it's huge. Anything over 35 is huge, and he's a 45 yard average punter. I mean, I haven't looked at it in a long time, but I think those are all state numbers to average 45 yards a punt, plus the ease or the stress it takes off of your defense when you can punt out of your zone down there, out of your own red zone or your side of the field, and still pin them deep. Makes a a huge impact on your defense, and to have him is obviously and definitely a weapon.
He does it with hang time as well.
That's the main thing. You can kick all you want to if they can return it 20 yards and you're just netting, and they're not returning very many of his punts. When you get down there, of course, I have made it a fact to know that our gunners have to get down there and make sure they don't return it, and they've done a good job of that too. But the hang time is the main thing to give us time to get down the field.
Also, through 4 games, your team has only 1 turnover with the fumble you mentioned there a second ago, but you've forced 5 fumbles and you've had 1 interception. That's a +5 ratio. That ratio is trending in the right direction. Talk about how important that is to winning football games.
Well, winning any game, especially big games, you have to win the turnover battle. And, I mean, taking care of the football is the most important thing you can do on offense. You know, you want to end every drive with a kick. You know, it could be a punt, extra point, field goal. But you want to end drives with kicks and not turn that thing over. And, you know, we've done a good job of that thus far. And our defense has taken the ball away. And that's, you know, the last 2 games especially have given us a chance to win those games. So, you know, in a big game like Oak Ridge, if we don't get turnovers, we'll have a hard time winning the game because they're just going to be a hard team to stop. And they're a hard team to score on. So you got to have short fields and give yourself an opportunity to get ahead of the chains and you know, have some short fields to score on.
You're listening to the Rays Auto Body Coaches Bench Show. We'll be back in just a moment with more comments from head coach Bo Cagle.
Ray's Body Shop is the name you know and trust, and the first place to go when happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG Enviro-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mount Road, Athens, 745-9529.
Welcome back to the Rays Auto Body Coaches Bench Show. I'm joined again by head coach Bo Cagle. Coach, it's Oak Ridge Week. This is a series that began in 1949. Tonight's the 36th meeting between the 2 schools. 4 times since 2009, you faced the Wildcats in the playoffs. You split those 4 games 2-2. What is it that makes McMinn and Oak Ridge so special?
Well, I mean, Oak Ridge is just a perennial powerhouse. They've got a whole bunch of state championships. I think it's, you know, it just dates back a long time. And it's not necessarily a big rivalry other than McMinn people know Oak Ridge for the past and how many times, I mean, just the, I guess, excellence that they have on their team and how many, you know, the state championships they've won and the history that they have. I know but my grandfather would have wanted to beat Oak Ridge as bad as anybody, and I'm almost certain he never beat them. So I know that was always on his mind the years that he was here, and we didn't have a whole lot of success till, you know, in recent history against Oak Ridge. So I just think it's a historical matchup that everybody just wanted to win those games. 0-6, yeah, 0-6. My grandfather, he was 0-6 versus them. I don't know it. Let's see, Coach Molinax won a game in '89. It says there.
There was 8, 10, 12, 15 losses. More than that. The first win against Oak Ridge came in 2001 with Coach Molinax.
Yeah.
So it was a.
I remember that game.
There wasn't much of a rivalry till that point, but like you say, since then, this series has certainly been more competitive.
Yeah, and there's more parity, obviously, with the new schools, and Oak Ridge just doesn't get them all. You got Anderson County, Clinton, all around Oak Ridge now, and they're all pretty good football teams.
Yep.
So, and they've had a little turnover in their coaching ranks the last several years, too. I think there has been, 5 coaches at Oak Ridge since I've been at McMinn.
Yeah.
So, you know, those things hurt. They hurt sometimes. But, you know, they got a new coach this year. But looking at them on film, you think they just plug and play because they're playing some good football right now. And Coach Rang, I know Coach Rang. He does a good job. He's been a lot of places and won a lot of football games. Everywhere he's been, he's just bringing it right to Oak Ridge too.
The Wildcats enter the game 3-0 with victories over Jefferson County, Powell, and Carnes. They've got some inexperience at quarterback, just a sophomore, and some on their offensive line. But they return a darn good running back at number 22, DeJavius Dozier. Talk to us about what you expect to see out of that Wildcat offense.
Well, they are about a 50-50. They gonna run and throw. You can't just rely and just take away one aspect of their game. You can't just play one coverage in your secondary. You've got to mix things up, try to confuse that young quarterback a little bit, and hope they don't turn around and give it to 22.
Yeah.
Because he's as hard a running back as we have seen in a long time. He's not a huge kid. Now, I look at here, he's 5'9" and 157 pounds. He runs a lot bigger than that. And when you see him tonight, you're going to think he's 6 foot and about 200 pounds and getting after you, because he's a hard running player. I remember him he's been as a sophomore, watching him run, just scared to death what he was going to do physically. And it's not like he's going to outrun you and just blow by you. He's going to run over you and through you, and he's a physical running back. So he's going to get behind that big old offensive line. They got big guys up there, and they do a good job in the front. And then when you focus on him, they're going to throw the ball, and they'll RPO you. They'll read zones and counters and throw it out in the flat if you don't cover everybody. So you just got to be good all across the field. And it just puts a strain on your defense. So it'll test us, and that's what we want. We want to test. We want some adversity to see how we handle those things moving forward in our region schedule.
Okay, on defense, Oak Ridge usually brings both power and speed. What do you see of them on film? And I imagine you're going to try and keep that Cherokee run game going and control the football.
Yeah, I mean, the best help that our offense can be for our defense is to keep their offense off the field.
Yeah.
And, we want to run that clock, run the ball, get first downs, keep the chains moving, stay in front of the chains, do the things we need to do to be successful. You look at the front, 300 on two of their defensive tackles, and 6'4", 223, and then the walk down offensive lineman, the walk down outside linebacker, he plays a lot of defensive end, stand up. 6'3", 202, and he may be one of the best athletes they got.
Yeah.
We saw him go up and just make an acrobatic interception on film. So you try, those guys that can really run, you got to figure out if I need to run right at him or run away from him. So those are things to figure out in the beginning of the game.
That linebacker, by the way, Vashawn Nails, he's number 0. He'll be easy to spot out there.
Yeah, and Nails is a good name for him.
Yeah.
I'm looking right here at the corners, 6 foot, 182, 6'2", 178.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like we gain an advantage on our wideouts from these guys. I know one of our wideouts is 5'6", and we got Ethan Faulkner out there, 6'1", and he might be able to match up. I am assuming that they'll have one of those big guys on him the whole night. So, to be successful, we're going to have to be run first, get them looking their eyes in the backfield, and play action, and maybe beat them over the top. What happens.
All right, well, good luck tonight, Coach. We appreciate you, your comments tonight. You've been listening to the Rays Auto Body Coaches Bench Show with Cherokee head coach Bo Cagle. We're moments away from kickoff. You're listening to Cherokee Football on WJSQ WLAR. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Ray's Body Shop is the name you know and trust, and the first place to go when happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG Enviro-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mount Road, Athens, 745-9529.
You've been listening to The Coach's Bench, a pregame interview with head football coach Bo Cagle, sponsored by Ray's Auto Body, Rocky Mount Road, Athens. Stand by, McMinn County Cherokee Football. 7 WJSQ and WLAR.
WJSQ FM 101.7, WLAR AM 1450, Athens.
McMinn County Cherokee's football on WJSQ and WLAR is brought to you by Star Regional Medical Center, All Things Exterior, Osmond Flooring, Simmons Bank, Madison Avenue Pharmacy, Companion Funeral Home, Hiwassee Builder Supply, L&M Motors, Tennessee Wesleyan University, Plaza Electronics and Appliances, and Athens Insurance. And now with tonight's play-by-play, Here's Terry Patrick.
Good evening and welcome to McMinn County High School in Athens, Tennessee, where tonight we bring you a non-region matchup between the Oak Ridge Wildcats and the McMinn County Cherokees. Oak Ridge plays out of Region 3 5A and enters the game with a 3-0 record. They had a season-opening win over Jefferson County 30-13, a win over Powell 35-21, and then a shutout victory last week versus Carnes 41-0. McMinn County plays out of Region 4 5A and enters the game with a 2-2 record. They are 1-0 in Region 4 5A. That includes opening losses to Bradley and Cleveland before a 47-14 win over Tyner, and last week an impressive region road win over East Hamilton 46-20. This is the 36th meeting in the series. Unfortunately, Oak Ridge holds a commanding lead, 29-6. I'm joined by color commentator Jared Wright. Jared, since 2009, Oak Ridge and McMinn have met 4 times in the TSSAA playoffs, and they've split those 4 games, 2-2. This series of late has been competitive, and the games have been exciting.
It has, compared to back when I was in school. We were just talking about it while we were listening to the coach's bench. 2001 was the first time Cherokees were able to pick up a victory against Oak Ridge, and I can remember it was tough to play them back in the day, but that competitiveness has shown up on both sides of this series over the last several years, and the star power, we would say, is on both sides. I was looking at it. Of course, Oak Ridge coming down out of the Knoxville area. You got 5-Star Preps that does an outstanding job up there. I know you and Coach talked about it in the pregame. There's 7 that were 7 players in the preseason that for Oak Ridge that were kind of knocked as a player to watch or a breakout potential. There was, for Oak Ridge, there were 7. For 6 for McMinn. So if you look at that, both teams have some stars. It just happens to be Oak Ridge. A lot of theirs comes on the offensive skill positioned area.
Well, Terry Stansel will also be joining us tonight with in-game stats and comments, and we have Will Fletcher and Dan Fletcher back at the station. That completes our broadcast team. We're about 6 minutes from kickoff. Let's take a look at the region standings. We're just getting started. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening tonight. First of all, Ray County and McMinn County are set right now to top the region. Both of them are 1-0. Ray County's 3-1 overall. McMinn 2-2. Walker Valley hasn't played a region game yet, but they're 3-1 overall. Of course, East Hamilton took the loss against McMinn last week, but they remain 2-2. Howard is 0-1. Ottawa has not played a region game. So tonight's action, there's some good games. Ray County will be host to Cleveland, and that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Cleveland kind of surprised some people last Friday night with a big victory at Farragut.
Yeah, they did. Surprised us after they got beat by Walker Valley the week before that, and so you kind of wondered if Cleveland was as much as they hyped up to be. If you beat Farragut anytime, it's pretty impressive.
McMinn, of course, hosting Oak Ridge. This is a game we're going to bring you. Walker Valley will travel down to Ottawa, short trip, but that's a first region game for both of those teams. And, again, that'll be interesting to see exactly what Walker Valley brings to the table. Can Ottawa rebound from, right now sitting at 1-3, but this is a new season for them with a region game.
Yes, and you've got Howard and Sequoia. That'll be interesting. Both teams with only 1 win right now. So you got a former Cherokee, Derek Vestal, at Sequoia, but Howard's the region opponent of McMinn. So see how that one works out in Madisonville.
All right, we're getting ready for the invocation and national anthem. We're going to go ahead and take a 60-second break. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Count on Star Regional Medical Center to help your family stay healthy. It's why we're here, close to home, providing quality care to folks of all ages. So you, your family, and our community can all be at their very best. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. To find a primary care provider, visit starregional.com and click on the Find a Doctor tab.
Come to Osmond Flooring to take advantage of our policy of match and beat any price on any of the same flooring. We will not be undersold. Get luxury vinyl plank, carpet, sheet vinyl, or beautiful hardwood for the price of your dreams. Do it yourself, or our skilled professional installers can get to most jobs within 2 weeks of purchase for the best rates around. You cannot buy flooring for less unless it's a lot less flooring. Worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, Congress Parkway, South Athens, directly across the street from McMinn County High School.
right, welcome back to Cherokee Stadium, the McMinn County High School Marching Band with the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem. Let's go ahead, Jared. Let's take a look at starting lineups.
All right, for the Wildcats on offense, they will start 77 Jared Bafford at right tackle. He's one of those 5-star prep guys to watch. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 279. Right guard, 74, Elijah Young, 6', 260 sophomore. Center will be 69, Malachi Bonner, a 6', 247 junior. Left guard, 66, Kanan Hickson, a 6'2", 278 senior. And left tackle, 62, Ethan Eubanks, 6'6", 224 junior. Quarterback is number 1, Blaine Stansberry, a 5-star preps quarterback to watch, 6', 184 sophomore. Running back is 22, DeJarius Dozier, 5-star prep running back to watch as well, 5'9", 157 senior. Wideout 13, Brandon Hayward, 6', 182 senior, along with number 3, Almani Rembert, 5'9", 186 senior, both of those in that 5-star player to watch category. Number 2, Will Presley, 6'1", 179 sophomore, and 7, Valon Henderson, 6'2", 178 freshman. Defensively for the Wildcats, 51, Elijah Bradley, who I believe is also one of the captains out there as well, 6'4", 223 senior. He's a player to watch. Nose guard, 60, Tim Walters, 6', 306 sophomore. Defensive end on the other side, 76, T-Ray Threat, 6'3", 300-pound junior. Outside linebacker, 0, Vashawn Knowles, 5-star player to watch, 6'3", 202 senior. Other linebackers include 25, Bryce Dorsey, 6', 202 senior. 38, JT Gormley, 5'10", 182 sophomore. Number 10, Price Davis, 5'9", 169 senior. Hayward will also play cornerback along with Henderson as well. And then the safeties will be 8, Izzy Mitchell, 5'8", 168 senior, and 23, Dallas Frent, 5'9", 157-pound junior. 15, Eli Pearson, 6'1", 151 sophomore, will handle the kicking duties for the Wildcats. That's their starting lineups. For the Cherokees, it'll be right tackle, 77, Camden Goforth, 6'4", 275 sophomore. Right guard, 61, Eli Patton, 6'3", 275 senior. Both of those 5-star players to watch, along with left tackle Ace Cagle, 58, 6'1", 220 sophomore. Center is 62, Genoa Robinson, 6', 302 senior. And 53, J.C. Falls will play left guard, 5'11", 248 senior. Quarterback, number 11, Brady Mullins, 6'1", 175-pound junior. Tailback 22, Talon Tarzan White, 5'10", 160 junior. Halfback will be 10, Jacob Sharp, 5'6", 132-pound junior. Wide receivers include 26, Ethan Faulkner, 6'1", 176 senior. And number 2, Dakota Thompson, 5'7", 132 junior. Fullback will be 31, Mackay McDermott, 5'6", 212 sophomore. And Mullins also on that 5-star preps watch list. And a couple on defense for the Cherokees. At the ends, one of them being Caden Melton, number 0, 6'1", 185 junior. And then defensive tackle, 55, Jackson Montgomery on that list, 6', 243 junior. Defensive end, Josh Rouse, number 19, 6', 185-pound senior. And then the other defensive tackle, 99, Henry Cook, 6', 245 sophomore. Linebackers include 44, Luke Sliger, 5'9", 175-pound senior. 41, Landon Fagan, 6'2", 210 senior. 37, Cam Miller, 6'1", 210 junior. Thompson and Sharp will play cornerback. Faulkner will be a safety, along with number 1, Cayman Brown, 5'10", 165-pound junior. And then 82, Spencer Sullins, the 6'4", 190-pound senior, will handle the kicking duties for the team in all black.
Thank you, Jared. Okay, the captains went out for the toss. By the way, the captains for the Cherokees, Eli Patton, J.C. Falls, Luke Sliger, and Landon Fagans. Oak Ridge wins the toss. They defer, so it's going to be the Cherokees that will be receiving the football first tonight. And we're just about to start playing some football. Oak Ridge is in their all-white jerseys, white pants, trimmed in, I guess that's scarlet or
maroon.
Scarlet or maroon. I'm sure there's an official name. It might be scarlet. With red numerals, red helmets. And then the McMinn County Cherokees in their traditional home uniforms, all black. Black shirts, black pants, trimmed in yellow, black helmets. And they're going to send deep Tarzan White for the opening kickoff. I did see Oak Ridge's. I saw their kicker punting. I didn't see him kicking off, but he was quite impressive. And we know what good punting looks like.
Yes,
with
we do.
Spencer Solons.
We got
he
Spencer
looks like he
Solons.
might be up to the task as well.
He's ranked number 1 in punting average right now out of the Knoxville market. Chattanooga, we got to get them some updated stats. They've got them. They just haven't put it out there. But I think both of these teams, Oak Ridge has probably got a little bit more firepower that you can see on paper, and they're going to look a little bit more balanced. I think McMinn's going to look heavy run, but that'll be the key is if McMinn can take the passing game away and force Oak Ridge to run, but Dozier's going to be a tough back to stop. But
Ethan Faulkner is back deep as well.
2 outstanding programs and good-looking uniforms. I know we always like to talk about it, but 2 of the traditional-looking uniforms in East Tennessee high school football right here.
Really nice. Here is the kick, and it's going to be taken by Tarzan White right at the 5-yard line to the 10, looking for some running room, tries to break it outside. Pretty good speed there. Over the 20, slips down at the 24. May have gotten 6-7 more yards had he been able to stay up. Nonetheless, found a little bit of running room, got it out to the 24-yard line.
Special teams return-wise has been really good through the first 4 games for the Cherokees and has been a bright spot. You have a couple of returns that have been big and then a touchdown return as well. So White, he could have broke that one. Had some good blocking in front of him.
So the last couple of games, Jared, of course, the Cherokees have jumped out quickly. Man, that'd be big tonight.
Outscoring their opponents. That's one stat I had here circled. 33-19, they're outscoring their opponents in the first quarter. That's huge, and that's total points.
That includes 2 losses to Cleveland and Bradley. All right, Mullins in the backfield. He's going to hand off to Sharp right up the middle. He's going to have up to the 28-yard lines where they're going to mark it, pick up a 4, and that's not a bad start right there. You can bet Coach Cagle and this offense wants to control it. They want to keep Oak Ridge's offense off the field as much as possible. To do that, they're going to take their time on offense, and they're going to go for that 3, 4, 5 yards at a play, and they'd be happy with that as long as they can stay ahead of the sticks. And 2nd down and 6 isn't terrible.
Definitely not. They are going to take their time, almost like the wing tee that we saw the first 2 games where Brady was coming over to get the signals. They're gonna stay huddled up. I mean, play clock's just now down to 10 for them.
So Mullins in the shotgun, hands off. This time to Tarzan White, right up the middle. He's going to be close to a 1st down. I think he'll have enough. He's almost, we'll call it the 35, I think, unless they back it up. Yeah, we'll call it the 35. That's a 1st down.
Yep.
Good start.
That's what the way that far official was. I was like, that's going to be – he's coming in pretty good on the 1st down call right there. They're going – Yeah, now they do. Okay.
Yeah.
Chain Gang needs to catch up to it. Yeah.
We're just underway here at Cherokee Stadium, Athens, Tennessee, McMinn County High School. It's Oak Ridge and McMinn County. Non-region game tonight, but still a big one.
And I believe we're going to have our first uniform warning. 5 games into the season, and this is the first time we experienced this against Ray County 2 years ago. I remember that. So Faulkner's going to come out, and it's going to be Bryce Mullins going to that far wideout position.
Mullins split to the right. Dakota Thompson out left. Here is a quarterback keep. Boy, that fooled everybody, and Mullins is going to have about 8 or 9 yards. Everybody went to Sharp. He's faked it to Sharp, and everybody went there.
He pulled that one perfectly right there, read it good, because the defensive lineman was in the backfield ready to grab a hold of Jacob. Outstanding job by Mullins on the read.
We're going to call it the 44-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. It's a long one, closer to 2, really. But that's exactly what you want to see on 1st down for sure.
And this defensive line against this offensive line is a very nice matchup right here. It's going to be a battle in the trenches, at least when McMinn has the football.
Well, they got some big guys, and here's the play. A handoff. This time they met Sharp right in the hole, probably lost a couple of yards. They've got some big guys on that defensive line, 2 players that are 300-plus. But the offensive line is also the McMinn County strength.
Yes,
so
exactly.
It's just going to be a battle in there, just like you said.
Some good old-fashioned football on the inside. That's going to be
back to the 43. So now 3rd and 2. This could be 4-down territory, almost to midfield.
Now we got
and there's a whistle. It looks like the officials are going to talk about something here. I'm not
Is
sure.
that a flag down on the far side?
Well, there is a flag on the far side. Could have been a
sideline
warning, maybe. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you've had a
never seen that called opposite of McMinn.
Sideline warning and a uniform warning. Ethan Faulkner's back out there now. Dakota Thompson also split. They just keep those guys split out to each side.
And Oak Ridge, I've already noticed, they're flipping their defensive ends there. Bradley was on the right side. Now he's on the left side of the line.
Some good blocking. They're going to push him forward to the first down. I think that's Tarzan White with the carry. And I tell you, a guy that's playing that Makai McDermott really lines. He's a fullback. He lines up like a kind of an H-back to the side. He led that play. And that was good blocking right there. Ball up to the 46, pickup of 3, and a first down. And Jared, already down to 8.5 minutes.
That's it. I mean, McMinn can run their tempo or lack thereof at the moment, which is good, but as long as you're staying ahead of the sticks. I mean, even after a negative play right there, you come back and get the first down play.
Yeah, and it shows you how important that first down was.
Yes.
Because they could still take a negative play. They still had it manageable on third down. Here's Sharp coming to the right side. They'll try to get outside this time. He finds a little bit of running room, breaks a tackle inside the 50-yard line down to about the 46.
And that was the defensive end chasing him down after several broken tackles. But Jacob Sharp, you get him on the outside, and he's liable to break one.
That's a pickup of 8 yards on first down. From the McMinn 46 down to the Oak Ridge 46. They strung that out pretty well, but he just found him a little crease there at the end. Broke a tackle or two maybe.
Tarzan White out there in front of him blocking pretty good as well, helping him out.
Look at this pace by the Cherokees. I mean, they are milking that clock as much as they can. They're at the line of scrimmage now, 10 seconds left on the play clock. That's exactly where they want to be. Up the middle was Sharp, and he's going to have the first down. Inside the 45 to about the 42, I think.
Sharp on the carry, tackle by
First and 10.
That offensive line, we talked about it all game last week at East Hamilton. They're showing it. I mean, this is probably, outside of maybe Bradley, this is probably the toughest defensive line that these linemen have seen for the Cherokees, and they are at least getting some good positive yards for these running backs.
I know Coach Cagle noted in my discussion with him this week that definitely Oak Ridge on film looked to be the most physical team that we played, and that includes Bradley and Cleveland. They're going to be physical out there.
I mean, they've beat a Jeff County team that's now 3-1, a Powell team.
This is a broken play, but Mullins is going to make something of it. He's going to be close to a first down. He was looking to throw left. It looked like a broken play to me. He pulled it back down and just sprinted out to the right side, and he's close to a first down. Not quite going to have it. We'll call it the 33-yard line.
And I think that's something that has opened up them going back to this spread offense. Essentially, we didn't see him keep it a lot out of the wing tee the first two games, and it looks like he's more comfortable calling his own number.
And he's a little tougher runner than people give him credit for. But you can't miss him.
No, definitely can't.
He is tall out there. He'll be hitting some jump shots before you know it. Here's Tarzan White, who's I think he's going to be close to the first down. I think he'll have it. Yeah, he's going to be to the 31-yard line. Pickup of 2.
Carry, tackle by Gormley.
Yeah, it's a first down.
First down.
Thank you, Chris Powers. I know you can hear him behind us.
I've heard it. My kids have loved it, and we go home and I hear it all week, and I just love it. So it means they're paying attention. That's what it means.
Yes, absolutely. Clock already down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the first quarter. Oak Ridge hasn't touched the ball on offense. There's no score, but the Cherokees are driving at the 31-yard line of Oak Ridge. And here is Mullins keeps it, and then there was an arm tackle, or he would have had some good yardage there. Nice play there. I think that was 51. Elijah Bradley. Nice play right there. Pickup of 1, though.
Little connection to Elijah Bradley, his mom, Amanda, played basketball at McMinn Central, and then went on to have classes with her at Tennessee Wesleyan. But his cousin, Nathan Kessler, plays for the Cherokees, so a little family rivalry game here tonight for them. Deal. He's improved quite a bit, even from last year when we saw him here on this field.
2nd down and 9. Tarzan White gets the carry. He's going to push forward for 2 or 3 yards.
Even a little hesitation move right there. He was able to still pick up some positive yards.
I think we'll call that the 28-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. This is probably the longest 3rd down situation that the Cherokees have had. The clock now at 4:20.
Outside of that 2nd down and 9, this is the longest down and distance they've had yet.
I can see Oak Ridge maybe creeping up just a little bit. Here's a quick out to Sharp. He's got it. He's going to have to break a couple of tackles. Tries to.
Face
mask, and they've got it. He's inside the 25-yard line. Looked like an Oak Ridge face mask. We'll wait for the official call. He was going to be close. Within a couple of yards of getting the 1st down on his own. However, personal foul face mask on Oak Ridge is going to tack on 15 more to it.
That'll help out.
Now we wait to see where we step this one off from.
Yeah, he's standing on the 20?
Standing on the 20. Yeah, the 20. Yeah, 30. The 23. So he'll march this down to the 13-yard line with the penalty.
So they went from the original spot, I guess. 15 yards off of that. But
so,
I mean, Jacob Sharp right there, he bounces off the first tackler, and he's getting a block out there from Dakota Thompson, but just quick, able to bounce off some guys and at least get up the field, and then he, catches the benefit of the face mask.
And much stronger than what you would think he is. He's a small kid, but apparently he's all muscle.
Yeah, he is. He's worked hard on that in the offseason.
It's a good play call there.
And it was. They kind of split him off right there out of the backfield and just a quick hit to him on the outside in the flats.
Here's 1st down and 10. This time the handoff to Sliger looking for running room. He's got some. He's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
That's another guy you don't want to get in front of.
We mentioned before the game in speaking with Coach Cagle. Let's see where they mark that ball. Is it at the 6-yard line?
Yep.
Sliger averaging, just so you know, 11 carries, 197 yards. That's a 17.91 average. It's kind of a fluke stat, but still interesting.
Hey, he's broken off a couple of big runs, so it helps him.
The ball's marked at the 6-yard line, so that's a pickup of 7 yards. And it's 2nd down and
I've got it at
about
5.
4.
Yeah.
In motion. Here is a handoff, and caught from behind, Tarzan White. He's going to make it back to the line of scrimmage only. Jared, I've got us down. That was the 15th play of this drive. We're somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, I've got it. This next one will be the 15th.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm at the end of the drive sheet, and we're almost at the end of the first quarter. Hey,
3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Oak Ridge has not had the football on offense. My goodness.
Still can get the 1st down here.
Yeah. It's 3rd and a long 4, maybe 5. They're going to hand off to Tarzan White up the middle. He charges forward. He's close to the end zone. He may have the first down.
He's got the 1st down by the near official.
Sure does. I think he's at the 1-yard line. Get ready, Brady Mullins. You're getting ready to be pushed into the end zone probably. And here they come. Here comes Fagans and Rouse.
That's got to be
a 1st down, doesn't it?
They're going to measure it. Thank goodness. I mean, it's sitting on the half-yard line by our vantage point, and the stick's got to be on the 1 to 1.5.
Well,
maybe they're going to measure it. We don't know.
Well, maybe that yard line is closer than we think to the end zone and on the far side is all I can figure. Because I thought it was about at the 1-yard line. Well, they are they're going to bring the chains out. Sorry, folks. There's no score. Oak Ridge and McMinn, 2:47 to go in the first quarter.
The ball is
right here.
sitting. The nose of the ball is on the 1.
Okay.
And it looked like the chain was at least on the 1.5, the first down marker.
Don't stretch it too hard.
First and goal, baby. There we go.
First and goal. Jared and I called that. Well, plenty.
Oh, yeah. If we
3
can see
minutes
it from
before
up
they
here.
First down and goal. 2:47. They'll want to start that clock running again. They'll wait till they,
Well, and that's what the coaching staff a minute ago was like. They were hey, run the clock. We're not getting to the line until you start that clock.
The heavy package is in. They're going to try to push Brady Mullins into the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown, McMinn County. And they're going to take the early lead against the Wildcats from Oak Ridge. It's 6-0 McMinn, 2:41 to go in the first quarter. Wow.
What a drive.
That is the best drive of the season right there. Wow. All right. Into the formation for the extra point. Something they worked on this week for sure. Worked on timing. Thompson is going to be the holder. And maybe somebody moved there. Had an Oak Ridge player kind of jumping as if he was going to head over and might have caused one of our linemen to move. And I think it's going to go against McMinn, so they're going to back it up. It's going to make this extra point a little tougher. So lined up again, Spencer Solons is out there for the attempt. He's now kicking it from the 15, so in essence it's a 25-yard field goal. Here's the ball. It's down. Kick is away. And it's good. All right, it's 7-0. McMinn County over Oak Ridge. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, we're going to keep it right here. 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jared, just an outstanding drive for McMinn County.
It was textbook of what they needed to do. Keep that Oak Ridge offense on the sideline for the first quite a bit of time, and McMinn County just controlled it completely the way they wanted to right there, and got a bunch of good positive yard pickups. So now it'll be the test of the defense. What can they do? Looked pretty good against McMinn or against East Hamilton last week. So
an outstanding first drive, exactly the way they would have drawn it up. So Spencer Sullins now ready to kick off. 7-0. Now we'll see what the defense can do.
See if he can put this one in the MC logo in the end zone.
And here is the kick. It's going to be, yes, it will carry into the back of the end zone. So Oak Ridge is going to take over on their first possession from the 20. Everything going as planned thus far. We're still early.
Thus far, yeah, I was going to say, let's see what the defense is able to do. And that's one thing you got to see, what's Oak Ridge going to do now? They're not in any dire situations right here. They're going to come out and do what they want to do offensively against the Cherokees here, but do they start it out in the air or keep it on the ground with Dozier?
And into the air quickly. It's complete on the left side. Finds some running room. He's going to have a first down taken down at the there's a late flag coming in now. Taken down by Faulkner.
Rembrandt.
We'll check the flag out. I think I saw a flag. Yes.
Yeah, there's a couple laying down over there.
And they're talking, the officials are talking about it. I'm not sure of the call just yet. It came in the time of the play, like it would be something involving the tackle or a late hit or something like that. But they're talking about it. The ball went from the 20 up to about the 34. But it looks like somebody's got a decision to make here.
They're having a good powwow about it on the far side.
Yep.
The official's got the ball. He's kind of, on the 34 at the moment.
The official coming.
He's going backwards.
Going the other way. Yep.
Holding.
So,
Holding against the Wildcats.
so that first play is going to be negated. Where are they? I really don't understand.
It's supposed to be from the line of scrimmage, but I don't think they're.
And it's marked at the 19. We really got to get some clarification on that rule. Well, nonetheless, it goes down as a 1-yard penalty because of where that call happened, where the infraction happened. So it's still first down, but it's going to be first down and 11 from the Oak Ridge 19.
And maybe it's a hold. Maybe it because it's
the other
after
side
the
of the
play or
scrimmage
something.
or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that should put them back on the 10.
We'll
now
get some clarification on that.
I think they're trying to figure that out as well.
Maybe they're talking about it again. Nope. Well, they're.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I mean, the team was getting ready to snap it, and we had officials all over the field not in their position that they should be in. Well, I think we got this settled. Coach Cagle's not out there complaining. So
no,
it must not. It must
the only
be
thing
right.
is the clock's not running for me.
Yeah, that's true. Here's a handoff to Dozier around the left side. That's played well by McMinn County. Maybe picks up one to the original line of scrimmage.
You had Caden Melton, Cam Miller, and Landon Fagans out there on him. And Caden has switched back to 36, it looks like, on the jersey. Gain of 1.
Here is an incomplete pass over the middle. It's going to bring up third down and 9.
And that I think was just some miscommunication.
Yep.
Or it got tipped. Okay, that's what kind of looked up at the wrong time. So another deflected pass. That was huge for the Cherokees last week. Against East Hamilton.
Third and long. Oak Ridge going really quickly as opposed to what McMinn County was doing. Back to pass, looking downfield. He's right at the first down marker. A nice catch there. And that is Rembert again, and he got just enough to get that first down. I think.
I know. They're
going to mark him a little short, aren't they?
He's about
a half a football, half a yard short. It's 4th and inches. And they'll bring in some big guys of their own.
And that great job by Jacob Sharp and I think Faulkner on that far side to go up and go with him. He's going to catch. He caught the ball, but you bring him down with you and don't have to worry about a yards after catch.
Here's a carry by Dozier. He's just over that 30-yard line. He'll have the first down to the 31. Still really played well by McMinn.
It definitely was, and he's a strong back. He got met by a couple of strong linebackers right there, though.
He had to fight hard for it for sure. We're under a minute to go in the first quarter. McMinn County leading 7-0 early here against Oak Ridge. McMinn County held it all the way to the 2:41 mark of the first quarter. Ended with a touchdown. Here's a quick pass to the right side. Going to be complete. Good blocking out there. Nice open field tackle by Faulkner.
That's Hayward, their kind of big receiver. First time they've gone to him tonight.
Hayward is the senior in the group out there, 6 foot 182. The ball's going to be marked at the 38-yard line. Pickup of 7, second down and 3.
Hayward's been impressive the last 2 years. We've watched him in the playoffs. And
here's a pitch to Dozier around the left side. He finds a seam, and he's going to have a first down. He couldn't break it to the outside, had to turn it up. 1.9 seconds, so as soon as I think they mark this ball, that will be the quarter.
Yep.
Ball's up to the 44-yard line. It was a gain of 6 on the play and a first down, but that's going to do it for the first quarter. It was a good one for McMinn County. At the end of one quarter, it's McMinn County 7, Oak Ridge nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Did you know that All Things Exterior is your one-stop shop for energy-efficient metal roofing, vinyl siding, windows, doors, decking, gutters, and more? Basically, if it involves the exterior of your home, we can help. Hi, I'm Buffy Jones. For nearly 20 years, Micah and I have been honored to help with your construction and home improvement projects. Whether you need one sheet of metal or 100, we appreciate your business. We offer quick turnaround, competitive pricing, and professional installation. Come see us at 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens. All Things Exterior, your one-stop shop.
Simmons Bank is proud to be part of our communities. I'm Shane Whaley, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other, because we accomplish more together than we do alone. For more than 100 years, Simmons has worked hard to help make customers' dreams come true, like buying a home, starting a business, or managing money safely and securely. Visit us today. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, it's 1st down and 10 for Oak Ridge. The quarterback is Stansberry. He's in the shotgun position. Now there's a whistle before the play starts. I think they might be remarking the ball just a little bit. Moved to the head about 6 inches for some reason. And now,
Coach Bennett's out there kind of pointing back,
wrong
too.
Side there, yeah.
Yeah, they had it at the 48. It's supposed to be the 44.
There you go. Let's remark that. So it was a good catch.
Yeah.
The receiver split out this way is almost over the line of scrimmage, but he might have got clearance on that. Rolling out is Stansberry to the right side, looking for a receiver. He's got him on the right side. It's complete up to about the 48-yard line.
That was to number 2, Will Presley.
They've got a pretty good stable of running back, or rather wide receivers out there. And as you said before the game, they'll want to throw it, and that's exactly what we're seeing. More throws than runs. Now they're at the 48-yard line. Pick up a 4. 2nd down and 6.
Little foreshadowing. I guess officials thought that's where they would be after that play.
I guess so. As long as it's 2nd down. Here's the snap. They will hand off to Dozier this time. Looking on the right side, breaks a tackle. He's downfield inside the 40. He's a tough runner. Yep. Low to the ground. Inside the 40. I think they're going to mark this. We'll check it out. We're going to call it the 37-yard line. Pickup of 11 on the play. They're inside McMinn County territory now. Yeah, he does run hard, but man, he was really low to the ground. He's hard to get your pads under.
There's always been some good running backs up at Oak Ridge. Think back to Goldmeyer brothers back in the day.
There's a quick pass to the right side. Got to hang on to the tackle. Thompson does. It's completed to Rimbert again out there, yep.
And that last run by Dozier, Dakota Thompson made the tackle, but he was having to fight off a big block from Rimbert right there. So the strength there of Dakota Thompson was impressive.
It's to the McMinn 33-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Now Oak Ridge slows down just a bit to get the play. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle to Dozier. Dozier fighting forward. There's a flag down. And it came kind of back in the defensive backfield position. Kind of thrown, I guess, around the tackle, so we'll see what the call is. Oak Ridge pointing towards McMinn County. It's a personal foul against McMinn County. So that's going to tack 15 on. That's what you got to stay away from tonight for sure. Yep. So they're going to tack on 15. This is going to take the ball inside the 20-yard line. Inside the 15-yard line. You can stop any time. So we'll call it the 13 with the penalty. So he had made it to the 28. Ball marked now at the 13-yard line. There's 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. Ball's out. The quarterback's going to fall on it, so they're going to retain possession, but it's going to be back at the 20-yard line now. That was just a simple handoff to Dozier, but some confusion there in the backfield.
That's something I'd read about Oak Ridge is as good as they have looked, they have been turnover prone through their first 4 games. So
yeah, actually, and 3, and the quarterback's thrown 8 interceptions in 3 games. So that's a trend we wouldn't mind seeing stay in force tonight.
6 touchdowns to 8 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's
interesting. We'll talk about McMinn's turnover ratio here in a second. So confusion, I think they're going to take a timeout. And they do. 9:27 to go in the second quarter. It's McMinn 7, Oak Ridge nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Let's take a 30-second break.
Hello, this is Jeff Wolfenden with Madison Avenue Pharmacy. Here at your only locally owned Health Mart Pharmacy, we know that taking more than one medication can get confusing. So we offer special packaging to help organize your medications by day and time. This service can be life-changing for patients and caregivers of patients taking several medications throughout the day. We also offer free local prescription delivery. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
We're back at Cherokee Stadium. McMinn County 7, Oak Ridge nothing. 9:27 to go here in the second quarter. Jared, one thing, looking at statistics for this team through 4 games, but McMinn is +5 on the turnover ratio. Only 1 fumble through 4 games. Only 1 turnover of any kind. It was a fumble through 4 games, and that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you better knock on some wood somewhere.
I know, I have all week. Every time I bring it
nervous. Well, and their defense has played good, taking a couple away as well and capitalizing on them.
Back to pass. He's having to scramble out of trouble. Still scrambling around to the right side, but he's going to be taken down. May have still lost a yard.
Wow.
He ran for about 20.
He was running for
side
his life.
Side to side. So
I think it was Montgomery Montgomery got back there first and was, I think, as shocked as the quarterback Stansbury was that he was there so quickly. And Stansbury took off, but
yep, he did lose a yard to the 21. So it's going to be 3rd down and 18. Well, and you know they're going to probably want to throw this thing down the field, I would anticipate. Got to have our guys back there, Sharp and Faulkner, awake right here for sure. Actually, Cameron Brown back there. Back to pass, looking across the middle. He's got a man wide open. He's going to be taken down at about the 10-yard line. He's going to be far short of a first down, and that was the freshman, Valon Henderson. Got a freshman, Jared, starting on both sides of the football for McMinn, 6'2", 178. Probably looks bigger than that.
Yeah, and anytime you've got that, especially at a powerhouse like Oak Ridge, it's pretty impressive.
So the pass complete. It was a pickup of 11 down to the 10-yard line, but it's 4th down and 8. So Pearson in to attempt. Play clock at 5. Here's the snap. It's down. Kick is up. It's good. So 8:24 to go. Oak Ridge is on the board with a field goal. It's McMinn 7, Oak Ridge 3. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Companion Funeral Home of Athens has served thousands of families in McMinn and surrounding counties since opening their doors in 2017. The same family you've trusted to serve your family now brings you Hiwassee Memorial Gardens, offering traditional cemetery plots and both in-ground and above-ground cremation burial options. This affordable and well-maintained cemetery and their caring staff will treat your family with dignity, compassion, and respect as they help create a beautiful final resting place for your loved ones. Plots are selling now. Learn more at HiwasseeMemorialGardens.com.
Hey, do you look around your home and think, man, it needs some help? Hiwassee Builder Supply has what you need. Serving East Tennessee since 1958, we can handle projects big and small. Whether it's a kitchen remodel, replacing doors or windows, or a new roof, or a new build from the ground up, we got the supplies. Contact us today, 423-745-4704, or visit us online at hiwassee.com. Our team can help you accomplish your remodel or building dreams. We are proud to support McMinn County Athletics.
We're back at Cherokee Stadium. Oak Ridge has just gotten on the board with a field goal. There's 8:24 to go in the first half. It's McMinn County 7, Oak Ridge 3. Don't forget, our Cherokee Chat guest at halftime is going to be Mr. Vant Hardaway. And Vant was the honorary captain. He went out for the flip of the coin tonight as well. And really excited to have him. Here's a kick that's going to be returned, taken at the 5-yard line. It's going to be taken by Faulkner, who makes a nice move up to the 25. Actually tackled at about the 24. I was giving him a yard before he got there. So that's where, once again, that's where their first drive started. McMinn's second drive also going to start at the 24-yard line.
And he was very close to being able to break that one. His blockers kind of gave up on this side. I think they thought he went to the far side, and they weren't really following up on their blocks there, but still a good positive run. And talk about, I mean, both offenses right there put a 12 to 15 play drive together on both series, but the Cherokee's defense holds to 3 right there is huge against Oak Ridge offense.
Really good point. Really good point. And they did it in different ways.
Yep.
McMinn primarily on the ground, Oak Ridge primarily through the air. Here's a handoff that's going to be to Sharp, looking for the right block. He finds it. He's going to push forward. And I'm glad I knocked on wood. I think the ball might have popped out. He might have been down.
Yeah, I think the official blew the whistle that he was down, but he scrambled smartly to try to get that one back.
He's close to the first down. My goodness. Must have marked it.
Second and short.
Second and 1.
1 inch. Maybe.
1 inch, yeah. I mean, it's ball's at the 34-yard line. I guess we're going to have to call it the 33. We started at the 24.
Gets 9.5 yards on that play.
So we'll take that. Again, Jared, first down play. That's what you're looking for. Now let that clock run.
And that one was one he had to let develop. Play clock now down to 5. They got to get this one off.
And they may call a timeout. Yep. I don't think they want to take that penalty. Well,
no, they're going to reset it. Okay. I thought that was a pretty quick play clock.
And that will work just fine for McMinn. Are they going to reset it? Surprised they don't use some time here. Here's Tarzan White straight up the middle. He's going to have the first down. Pushes forward over the 35-yard line.
Wide on the
see where they mark it. Probably the 36. Nope, 37. So that's going to be a pickup of 4 yards, actually. And another first down. There's been quite a few of them.
And right there, you are right. I mean, play clock reset, and they're going to wind it. Kind of expected them to just sit there for a minute.
I think
that'll at least put you already
under 7. Thought about that, just go ahead and take the time.
Yep.
Nonetheless, first down. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's a Tarzan White straight up the middle. He's going to be up to the 40-yard line. And now I can see Jared Oak Ridge definitely creeping up. They're bringing defensive backs up closer to the ball and linebackers.
And, that's going to be an adjustment you would expect out of the Oak Ridge coaching staff. And they're going to do it. And the scary part is you look at the defensive backs. They've got Hayward. They've got Henderson, the freshman on the far side. They've got some size at defensive back, so trying to throw one up is going to be tough too.
Yeah, they brought up another lineman or two. They're trying to find something right up the middle. Tarzan White again. He's going to have another 2 or 3 yards, I think, up to the 43. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 4. But, yeah, you can see they brought up the outside linebacker, I think, on both sides of the football have been brought up. Really running more of a 4-man line and even the linebacker creeping up. So we'll see how the Cherokees adjust to that. And there's going to be a penalty.
False start on the Cherokees.
False start on the Cherokees, and that's what you got to avoid. And they've done a good job tonight. I mean, that may be only the second penalty. They had the personal foul earlier. That's kind of been the only miscue, though, but that'll unfortunately take the ball back to the McMinn 38-yard line. Stops the clock. 5 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the first half. So they'll take their time. However, the time clock is not running because of the penalty. Play clock now down to 10 seconds. So they might talk about this one. Got to hurry. And they're throwing it out to Sharp. He's hit immediately as the ball come over to his side. And really, Oak Ridge just kind of smelled that one out. And I don't know what that it looked like a little bit of confusion. A little bit of confusion.
I almost thought we were going to see another penalty right there because Cherokee's had two moving in the backfield
yeah.
at the same time, but
well, it goes down as an incomplete pass, and now Spencer Sullins comes in to punt. Deep to return is Henderson is one of those guys, number 7. Can't see the other return man. Here is the punt. It's hit away. Is he going to come up? He's going to field it. He's going to let it bounce. It's going to be fielded at the 16-yard line, trying to find some running room. Going to be taken down over the 30-yard line to about the 32. And that's where Oak Ridge will take over. Only the second possession for Oak Ridge. And we have 5 minutes and 17 seconds to go in half. It's been a well-played game thus far.
It has. Both sides, both teams playing strong, kind of the game you would expect it to be between these two programs.
Yeah.
And Oak Ridge kind of reminds me, we've talked about Farragut a lot the last couple of weeks. They always reminded me of Farragut in the way they're athletes, and it was hard for McMinn to play them.
Stansberry hands it to Dozier. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but, man, fights forward.
He fell forward for 5 yards, I believe.
I thought we had him held up right there at the line of scrimmage, but he fought forward. We're going to call it the 36-yard line.
2nd and 6.
We'll give him 4. Does keep the clock running, at least for the moment.
He
under
kind
5
of
minutes.
spun right there as soon as he hit the defender, and it, I guess, freed him up. And Cherokee's tackled him from behind, so it forced him forward. But he is a big back.
Well, he looks like he's the kind of guy that can play at the next level.
Yep.
Here's a quick pass to Dozier to the right side. They're getting him out in with some room to work.
Slacker got tackled right there, no call.
He's going to have a first down to the 43-yard line at the Oak Ridge 43. The clock really, even though there's 4 minutes, 30 seconds, is not an issue for Oak Ridge, I don't believe. They go too quick. So it's going to be first down and 10. They're taking a little time right now, just getting the play in. Everybody looks at the sidelines. They do not huddle. Stansberry and Dozier in the backfield. This time it's a quick pass to this near side. It's going to be dropped. Incomplete pass. It was intended for Hayward. Took his eyes off of it. For the moment, that slows Oak Ridge down for a second.
Rouse got his hand up, but just Stansberry was able to throw around it right there. We saw Rouse deflect 3 or 4 passes last week at East Hamilton. Outside of the Bradley game, I think this is by far the most balanced team that Cherokees have seen, without question.
Yeah.
And really, Bradley was probably more air raid than they.
Back to pass. It's going to be caught, but he's immediately falls to the ground. That's Rimbert. He's going to be short of the first down. He's going to be up to the 49-yard line, the Oak Ridge 49, still on their side of the field, just barely. But third down and 5. Stansberry, they try to draw him off with a hard count. No one jumps.
Big third down right here.
Yeah, Cam Miller, Landon Fagans, Luke Sliger, the linebackers right now.
You got Cayman Brown cheating up from the safety position there as well.
Yep. And they're taking a good look at this one. They're probably getting some.
They're going to call it.
Yeah, they're going to talk about this one. This is a pretty big play right here. Jared, let's just keep it right here. Again, I want to mention coming up at halftime, which is only 3.5 minutes away, the Domino's Pizza Cherokee Chat. We got Coach, Dr.
Reverend
Vant Hardaway, and he is a guy that has meant a lot to this community in many ways, and even after I was putting out on social media that he'd be joining us, I saw so many comments of what he meant to people in the community. And so side story is he spent some years coaching at Oak Ridge.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to make the point. We'll talk some about that. But he is in black and yellow tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got the gold on tonight.
Definitely. He doesn't want his allegiance questioned tonight.
Such an awesome guy to get to know, and gotten to talk to him several different times, but outstanding community leader.
So Stansberry brings his team back out. The whistle blows. It's third down and 5. Let's see what they've got cooked up here. It's going to be a quick pitch out to Dozier. Not a bad idea, and he finds running room quickly to the right side for the first down. Pushed out of bounds. Nothing fancy there.
Nope.
I think, Jared, that's just that, look, we're going to get it into the hands of our best player.
And I think that's it. You've kind of seen some throws be off the mark by Stansberry, and so they're going to give it to double twos in the back and let him run.
So now they're at the McMinn 46. They just barely got it. They just got 5 yards. So he was pushed out right at the sticks. But it was enough. So it's first down and 10. 3:12 to go now in the second quarter. It's a direct snap this time. And, wow, nice tackle by Landon Fagans. Someone else is out there with him. Dozier, is he slow getting up?
Yep.
I think we had a
tied up.
Yeah, they were tied up a little bit out
Him
there.
and Brown. So Brown must have been the other guy in there on the
Brown
tackle.
and Fagans, boy, took him down quick. But he makes his way to the 41-yard line. Still a gain of 5, but that one he paid for. So second down and 5. Oak Ridge going quickly here. We don't have much in between plays. Back to pass this time. Stansberry looking down the sideline. He's got a receiver breaking open. It's incomplete.
Wow.
And that was Rimbert. He did break open. He had to kind of dive for the ball. It looked like he was going to bring it in, but when he went to the ground, the ball pops out, and it goes down just as an incomplete pass.
I mean, he was right there under it, but then it was like he kind of slowed down a little too much to wait on it, and then had to catch up and tripped.
Had a step on the defender.
Yes, yeah.
A little better thrown pass as well, and he just catches it in stride. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and once again, here we are, third down and 5. They may go back to the same play.
Either that or they're going straight to Dozier again.
Here is a quick pass to the right side. Nice. It's picked up. It's going to go down as an incomplete pass.
Jacob Sharp,
wow.
What a pass breakup right there.
I thought it might be a fumble there. I guess he just didn't have it quite long enough. And again, Hayward pays for it. He's kind of limping off a little bit.
Jacob Sharp.
He came up strong and fast on that.
Hayward, it's one of those, you've got your head turned looking at the quarterback to your right, and Sharp comes out of nowhere. Sharp's going to come out for a second, get a breather. White's going to check in for him.
Fourth down. Now there's a timeout call.
Talk it over.
So once again, they're going to talk about it. They're going to be down to that's their last timeout for the half. So 2:27 to go. I'll tell you what, let's take a 30-second break. McMinn 7, Oak Ridge 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966, and under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors for all your Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep needs. L&M Motors says, go Tribe.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, here's the situation. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the second quarter. McMinn leads Oak Ridge 7-3, but Oak Ridge has the ball at the McMinn 41. They've got it fourth down and 5, and they're going to be going for it. Tarzan White into the game at corner now, where Sharp was. Whistle blows. We're ready to go into play here. Stansberry and Dozier in the backfield. He's going to look to throw. Now he's under pressure, going to try to run for it. He's going to be stopped short of the first down.
Huge stop right there. Jackson Montgomery chases him down from behind and throws him for the sack.
So the ball is going to be marked, I think, at about the 42-yard line of McMinn. What a defensive stand for the Cherokees. Credit the defensive backs, right? He couldn't find a receiver.
They just absolutely hurting some guys on the receiver. I don't think the receivers really want to catch one out in the flats. And good coverage by the secondary allowed Montgomery to get back there quick enough and force him out of the pocket. And then Jackson never gave up on the pursuit of Stansberry there.
2:21 to go in the half. Here's a handoff up the middle, trying to find some running room. Was that Peanut Dyer or...
Yep,
5 or 6. It was. I think that's the first time we've seen him in the backfield tonight. And he's going to push forward for only a yard to the 43-yard line. And no timeouts now for Oak Ridge and McMinn County. I don't know that they are not going to be just happy to go in at 7-3 if that's the way this plays out. They're not going to get in a hurry.
At least try to get it across the into Spencer Sullivan's range.
Yeah,
that
would be big.
Give him a shot. He's hit a 51-yarder already this season going this way.
Here is a handoff coming around the end as Sliger needs a block. Doesn't get it, but he kind of twists and turns his way for a couple of yards.
That one just took way too long to develop the running lanes on that one.
We're going to call it the 45-yard line, pickup of 2. But it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. There's a minute and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
And this right here,
they're going to take their time here. They'll run it under a minute. They'll have a play, and then they can decide. They can run it 25 more seconds if they want to.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If you don't pick this up, you're trying not to give Oak Ridge the ball back with any time left.
Could be a good time for Brady Mullins to keep it here. Play clock at 2-1. Now they're going to call a timeout. Not a bad idea. Let's keep it right here. 52 seconds. Clock stopped at 52 seconds. It's 3rd down and 7. Ball at the McMinn 45, and they find themselves in a 3rd down and 7. Jared, I think that's exactly what they're going to do. You run a play here that maybe last 5-6 seconds or so. By the time they get the ball mark, you can almost, but not quite, run it all the way down.
Yeah.
Probably have to punt if you don't make the 1st down.
That's exactly right. I don't see him trying to air it out here. I mean,
I don't think so.
But, hey, maybe Oak Ridge is thinking that same thing, so you do air it out.
It could be the element of surprise here. Who knows?
That's the chess match that is called coaching football right there. What does that guy on the other sideline calling right now?
I just think Coach Gagle's pretty happy to be up 7-3 at the half.
Yep.
With Oak Ridge only having 2 possessions.
Jacob Sharp back out there, good to see him. Even after that big hit from on to Hayward, kind of came out limping, but that's somebody you got to have on the field right now.
Interesting formation here, though. They've got 3 players that are out, 2 to the left, 1 split out to the right.
Oak Ridge a little confused defensively.
Here's kind of a cross buck. They tried to bring it back against the grain a little bit, but the hole just wasn't there. Not a bad idea. Tarzan White's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards to the 49. Well, we'll call it the 48. So a pickup of 3 yards. And now the clock runs, and there's only a couple seconds difference between the play clock.
Got to run something.
Yeah, they're going to have to run something here.
And you can tell the coaching staff's right above us on top of the press box. It starts shaking right there because they're wanting our vantage point is much better than the players see it.
Yeah.
If White could have broke that one outside a little bit more, he probably does pick up the 1st down at least, if not more.
I think he's going to call a timeout here.
Yep.
With maybe 2 seconds left on the clock. We'll call it 3.1 seconds left. So, really, I guess you run another play here.
Yeah.
Another run play and see. I mean,
clock
you think?
expires.
I don't think I'd want to punt in this situation. I wouldn't put it back in their hands.
No. You don't want to give one of their skill players a chance to return it for one. A bobbled snap, anything like that. I mean,
any play is going to run 3.1 seconds off, I believe.
Give it to Luke Sliger up the middle, a little fullback dive to end this half, and let's go to the locker room.
Man, I'm right with you on that, and he's out there. Fagans is out there. Fagan's having a good time out there. He's dancing out there.
Up to the line of scrimmage.
He knows they've played a good half here.
He's popped a couple of big hits on the running back, so he's feeling pretty good.
But, folks, we got another 24 minutes of football to go.
Yep.
Well, the recap isn't going to take too long, though.
No, it's not.
5 drives.
Could do the whole drive sheet on one sheet of paper this week.
They're in basically kind of the victory formation. I think they're just going to make sure that he ends 3 seconds before he goes down, and he does. So that's going to do it for the first half of action. It's been a good one for McMinn County. Yeah, we'd like to have another score, but, hey, we held Oak Ridge to 3. So it's McMinn County 7, Oak Ridge 3, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with a recap of the first half. Back in 60 seconds.
Tennessee Wesleyan University offers more than 80 majors and minors at the undergraduate and graduate level. With the TWU Pledge, students may be eligible to attend tuition-free. A 10-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio ensures students receive individualized attention, and Tennessee Wesleyan remains one of the most affordable colleges in the region. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more about on-campus and online opportunities. Choose blue at Tennessee Wesleyan University.
Athens Insurance, we're here for you. When you call, we'll be there. There's nothing that we can't do. With integrity and excellence, we will see you through. There's nothing too hard for us to handle, nothing that we can't do. At Athens Insurance, we'll be here for you. Athens Insurance, serving East Tennessee since 1931.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, it's halftime here. McMinn County leads Oak Ridge 7-3. Here's how it happened. McMinn County took the ball. Well, actually, Oak Ridge won the toss. They deferred, kicked off to McMinn County. They took it at their own 24-yard line and would put together a 15-play drive that held the ball all the way down. They milked that first quarter clock all the way down to 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Before Brady Mullins was pushed across from the 1-yard line with what we call the heavy package came in, pushed him across. The extra point was good. And again, 2:41 to go in the first quarter. It was 7-0. McMinn County used up almost all of the first quarter on one drive. Oak Ridge took it over after Sullins kicks it into the end zone and out of the end zone. They take over at their own 20. They put a nice drive together themselves, but they're held up at the McMinn 10-yard line. They have to go for a 27-yard field goal attempt, which Pearson hits with 8:24 to go in the second quarter, and that made the score 7-3. McMinn County took over on a 6-play drive, but were forced to punt. Oak Ridge received the ball and took over at their own 32-yard line. They began to drive the ball slowly, had some incomplete passes along the way, made it to the McMinn 42, and went for it on 4th down and 5, but they were stopped. So it was a turnover on downs. McMinn County took the ball back again at their own 42-yard line, and they would run just 4 plays, run out the half. So they go into the locker room at halftime leading 7-3. And Jared, again, I think that's about as good of a situation as you could have hoped for McMinn County.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's partly your offense. That first drive they had looked outstanding. Second one didn't look bad, but just couldn't. Oak Ridge started keying in on the run. So go into the locker room at half, up 7-3 right here against a tough team that has been running through some good teams, and kind of regroup, maybe look at some new things that you want to try to do. And they've got the film. That's what they're going to look at, the technology they've got in the locker room now to look at this stuff and make the adjustments. I look forward to the second half.
And Jared and I were not dancing there, but that was some good music playing behind us there. The McMinn County Golden Girls dance team. Now the Oak Ridge marching band getting ready to take the field. So we're going to take one more break, and then we're going to be back with our Cherokee Chat for this week. With Pastor Vant Hardaway is going to join us. So this is going to be a real treat. So we'll take another 60-second break, and we'll be back with Cherokee Chat and Vant Hardaway.
Hey, sports fans. This is United Primary Care, your locally owned full-service medical clinic. We have some awesome news for you. We are now accepting TennCare patients at all 3 of our clinics. Walk-in and same-day appointments are now available in Madisonville, Etowah, and Athens.
UPC provides all your healthcare needs, including x-rays, labs, diabetic management, physicals, and so much more. We're on Facebook or UnitedPrimaryCareTN.com. When you think healthcare, think
UPC. Pull that away if you want to a little bit.
Getting a good night's sleep is essential to your quality of life, so your mattress is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. When it comes to comfort, one size doesn't fit all. The friendly staff at Plaza Electronics can help you find the right fit with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, iComfort, and Beauty Rest. They also have lift beds and lift chairs, offering free delivery and setup, 12 months, same as cash. Proudly serving this area for over 32 years, Plaza Electronics and Appliances. Visit them at their new location, Staples, at 1609 Congress Parkway South, Athens.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, where McMinn County leads Oak Ridge 7-3 at halftime. We got a good one going here. And tonight, I am our guest for Cherokee Chat, sponsored by Domino's Pizza, is Mr. Vant Hardaway. Mr. Hardaway, a 1967 graduate of McMinn County High School, holds degrees from Tennessee Wesleyan University, the University of Tennessee at Knoxville, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and Tennessee Tech University. Mr. Hardaway retired with 38 years of experience experience in public education as a teacher, coach, administrator, and supervisor in the McMinn County school system. Also spent 7 of those years, and we'll talk about this, as a teacher and football coach at Oak Ridge High School. Let me say, for the record, though, he's dressed in gold and black tonight, so there's no question there. Also, he's a trustee at Tennessee Wesleyan University and an ordained minister. And so, Vant, first of all, welcome to Cherokee Chat. Let's start with your being a 1967 McMinn County graduate and longtime McMinn County resident. So, were you born and raised here in McMinn County? Tell us about your beginnings there.
Okay, Terry, I was born in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
And we moved to Athens, Tennessee when I was 6 years old, 1956. And my dad was a minister, so that's how we got to Athens. So then from 6 years old until I finished at Tennessee Wesleyan 1971, then I was part of this Athens, McMinn County.
Which is an outstanding community to be a part of.
I'm very thankful as I go back and I sit here tonight just being here with you all, and I'm honored to be able to be a part and finished.
Yes.
From 1986 until the current time,
yes,
our family and I have been a part of this community.
It's always impressive to me for someone to make a career in education. Listen, educating is tough. It's ever-changing, it seems like to me. You served 38 years. Can you kind of walk us through some of the jobs you held during that time and maybe some different locations that you worked at?
Okay. Well, it's obvious tonight, and I think the AD, the athletic director, and they gave me this opportunity. It's not, it's ironic, but it's not different than think that I'm here with Oak Ridge,
yes,
and the Cherokees.
Yes.
But more of my years have been with the Cherokees,
yep,
than the Wildcats. But I had some outstanding years with Oak Ridge. But, you know, my first job out of undergraduate school was as a teacher and a coach, football and basketball.
Okay.
So I worked both. It's from 71 until 77. And then I moved in 78 to Nashville, stayed there in marketing and did businesses and marketing as a marketing executive. Then I came back to Athens. My first years back, I coached basketball and taught social studies at the Athens Junior High at that time.
Okay.
So 7 years in the classroom coaching basketball with Bill Martin, the late Bill Martin, and that school had a good, it was just a fortunate time for me. I call my life's favorite.
Yeah.
Then after that, for 5 years, I was in administration. I was transportation and attendance supervisor for Athens City Schools. I got my first level in administration. And then after 5 years in that, Dr. John Fogarty, who was on with you the last home game.
Yes, he was.
I told somebody, for me to be on tonight, here after John Kaufman, I called him the Dean of Athletics. He and I were on the Hall of Fame committee together. And then Dr. Fogarty, Representative Fogarty, hey, you all are scraping the bottom tonight with Dan Hardaway.
I don't think so.
So we'll just see where you go from here. But that's where and I ended in 2015.
Yes.
And I'm still working now with juvenile court, CASA, Court Appointed Special Advocates. And during that time, I was also a vocational pastor.
Yes. Let's get into that a little. In addition to working as an educator, you're an ordained pastor. You've served the Lord for many, many years. And that really doesn't ever stop, does it?
No, sir, it doesn't. And just tomorrow I'll be working with a family and doing funeral bereavement. It's a need in this time. So
tell us a little bit about that ministry.
Well,
your ministry here in the community.
The ministry. I started that when we were in Nashville. I left Oak Ridge as a coach because I felt a call to do some work, and I started in a Bible study at Fisk University's campus with 5 people.
Okay.
And we built that into the Lord built that into a church.
Yes.
And we were there for 8 years and did the work of the Lord, but I felt a call. Terry, I feel like one part of what the Lord has said to me and my wife and our family is we're to be Matthew 25 servants.
Yes.
Whatever we can do to the least of these.
Yes.
It's under him. So that's what it's all about, his service.
Well, I'm going to call you Pastor. I can tell you this, just putting things out on social media this week that you were going to be our guest, I can't begin to tell you just how many comments I received from people in our community about how much you've meant to their lives. You have impacted this community in a big, big way. I hope you know that.
Well, to God be the glory. It's all about him. And like tonight, I don't see this. Sometimes people ask me, say, well, Van, what is your greatest achievement? And all I tell them is I don't have an achievement. Just if there's a door open, if there's a way I can help, a chair at the table, I will sit down and make a contribution. So in this community, if I can be a liaison to any parts of this community to help young people, and that's why what you all do, the ball games, the coaches, that's what these young people need. And I hope this community, I'm going to challenge anybody that's hearing me tonight, let's do what we can to reach back to this next generation.
Yes.
Because we need that in a time like this.
Very good. We're going to take a 60-second break. We're going to be back with Van Hardaway. Got a few more questions for him. Take a 60-second break for our sponsor, Domino's Pizza. We'll be right back.
Count on Star Regional Medical Center for lung cancer screening.
Great.
If you're a smoker or a former smoker, age 50 to 80,
we're going to talk about
that. Primary care provider about our low-dose CT for lung cancer screening.
I told somebody.
It can detect cancer early when treatment is most effective. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. Take our free lung health assessment at starregional.com.
Come to Osmond Flooring to take advantage of our policy of match and beat any price on any of the same flooring. We will not be undersold. Get luxury vinyl plank, carpet, sheet vinyl, or beautiful hardwood for the price of your dreams. Do it yourself, or our skilled professional installers can get to most jobs within 2 weeks of purchase for the best rates around. You cannot buy flooring for less unless it's a lot less flooring. Worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, Congress Parkway, South Athens, directly across the street from McMinn County High School.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, McMinn County leads Oak Ridge 7-3, and we're joined by Van Hardaway. He is our guest tonight for Cherokee Chat. Let's talk about this first half a little bit. We got us a good game going here tonight.
It's an outstanding game, and I'm just anxious to see how it ends up. The last few times they've played, it went right down to the end. So if they're sitting at home, don't turn your radio off.
Keep listening.
If you're in the stadium, you better stay because we don't know how this is going to be.
We had the 2 times ago that they were here, went down to the last play of the game, had to stop them as they went into the end zone. And then last year, Oak Ridge, we were lined up to kick what would be the winning field goal, and it was blocked on the last. And that's just what this series is has become. But listen, let's talk about your coaching career, and it's no secret. Obviously, you spent was it 7 seasons there?
7
with
seasons.
Oak Ridge. Let's talk about your time there and what you were able to accomplish.
Well, there I got an opportunity, and I want to say this because some people really don't know. I graduated from McMinn. I'm a Cherokee.
Yes.
67. That was 66, 67. That was the first year when schools were merged.
Okay.
And as a senior going into that, it needed a lot more preparation. So the group I was with as seniors, we didn't get a chance to participate in extracurricular activities.
Oh, man.
I had been at Cook School. I played as on through my junior year, and just things didn't fit. And it was a rough year for me as far as that.
Yes.
But the Lord always has a way. I got a chance to go to college at Tennessee Wesleyan University. My older sister was the first African-American to graduate from Tennessee Wesleyan from 62 to 67, and I went in right after that. But when I got to Oak Ridge, the door just sort of opened, and I got with a good staff, and I learned a lot. It had to make up for those years I missed not participating because when I was at Wesleyan, I worked three jobs. I worked at a grocery store where Food City is now. That used to be Kroger's.
Okay.
So I worked at Kroger's, 2 jobs on campus just to get it through.
Yep.
So I'll say to anyone, if you have young people right now, and as a trustee at Tennessee Wesleyan, there are a number of programs. If they want to go to school and have a desire, there's a way.
There's a way to
come on and do that. But I got to Oak Ridge, worked good staff, and then when I went toward ministry, the staff I was with went to Austin P. There's another ironic part. Tony Murdick, who is one of the assistants here,
yes.
Tony played football at Austin P with the staff that I coached with at Oak Ridge, because when they left Oak Ridge, Emory Hale,
yes.
They went to the staff at Austin P, and he continued to say, Coach, come on back and be with us. I said, it takes too much time, and the Lord's calling another way.
He would have very well hired you and brought you to Nashville.
We had
or
that
Clarksville.
opportunity, but I was in Nashville, and I went up to see them at Austin P.
Yeah.
But then when I got back here, working with younger children, basketball, and there's a lot. So it's just falling in place. But I thank you for giving me the opportunity, and I feel so honored tonight.
Well, I just want to close with this. I want to give you, first of all, I want to thank you, and I speak for the community. I want to thank you for everything you do for us, from what you've done in education, for what you've done for us spiritually, to watch your walk. That's resounding opinion across this community.
Amen.
And so we just want to thank you. But I want you to, once again, maybe, what is your message to this community tonight?
The message to this community, and I'm thankful to be a part, because here in Athens, Tennessee, when I left in 71, I didn't think I'd ever be back here to live.
Yes.
But the Lord brought me back, and we have the makings of such a good community. Support the Cherokees. Support the schools in this area, but support our community.
Yes.
Let's see if we can keep people together. This is a serious time in our world.
Yes.
And the Lord was calling us. So anyone under the sound of my voice today, I'll say, ask God, what's my purpose? And whatever it is, get about doing it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, you've been listening to Van Hardaway on Cherokee Chat, brought to you by Domino's Pizza. We're going to take a 60-second break. We'll be back to the stadium with scores from around the area and also statistics from the first half. Back in 60 seconds.
At Domino's, we're so obsessed with pizza, we'll try to turn pretty much anything into pizza. Sizzling pizza fajita, pizza milkshake. Probably not the best pizza ideas, but a great idea? Domino's Loaded Tots. We bake our tots hot and crispy and load them up with melty cheese and delicious toppings, just like our pizza. From savory Philly cheesesteak to craveable cheddar bacon and mouthwatering melty 3 cheese, Domino's Loaded Tots are just like Domino's Pizza, only on tots. Can someone turn a fan on in here? Try Domino's Loaded Tots next time you order. Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
We're back at Cherokee Stadium. McMinn County leads Oak Ridge 7-3 at halftime. Terry Stansel's joining us now. And Terry, let's take a look at the first half statistics.
Okay, for Oak Ridge, 18 yards rushing on 9 attempts, averaging 2 yards a carry, 64 yards in the air on 9 completions for 82 yards first half. Fumbled the ball once, recovered it, penalized twice for 25 yards. Dozer is your leading rusher for Oak Ridge, 6 carries, 28 yards. Blaine Stansberry's 9 of 13 in the air, no interceptions, 64 yards. For the Cherokees, 82 yards on the ground, 23 carries, averaging 3.6 yards a carry, 2 yards in the air on passing, 84 yards for total offense, so 2 yard separation.
2 yard separate. Wow.
No fumbles, penalized 3 times, 25 yards, punted the ball once for 45. Leading rusher is Talon White, 10 carries, 32 yards, and then Jacob Sharp, 5 for 24.
Terry, we talked about it, but that first drive, it couldn't have been scripted any better than what Coach Cagle wanted it.
True McMinn hard-nosed, run the ball down your throat football.
2 minutes and 41 seconds left on the clock, and you put it in for 7.
That's exactly right. And defense is really playing well.
Yeah.
Now, we've been fortunate on some drop passes, but overall, I think the defense is playing really well.
Stay with us here, Terry. Let's go ahead and, Jared, you got some scores for us?
Yeah, I've got a few here trying to get some updates going, but looking up in Region 1, Tennessee at Sevier County, it's 13, Sevier County 7 for Tennessee at the half. William Blount in 6A, undefeated 4-0 on the road at West Ridge. They trail it at the half 21-17. Of course, Powell defeated Clinton last night in a 5A matchup. Former region rivals, I guess, but now opposite region, so 45-27, Powell wins over Clinton. Alcoa over Austin East at half 28-0. Bearden over Hardin Valley at the half 21-9 currently. Knox West, this is a big game up there in addition to this one. That's a region matchup. Knox West, after defeating Maryville last week, up 20-0 over Knox Central, who's only lost one game.
Wow.
Maryville trying to come back after 2 straight losses. They're up 17-0 over Science Hill at home at the half. Polk County 10-7 over Oneida at the half. York Institute 14-0 over Tellico in the first. Campbell County on the road at Lenoir City up 14-7 at the half. Hickson up 10-0 at Loudon in the second quarter. That's an undefeated Loudon team as well. Red Bank over Signal Mountain 21-0 at the half. McMinn Central, it's been 8 years since they've been in Sweetwater, 20-10. Wow. Chargers winning in the second quarter.
Wow.
Marion County up 23-0 over Sequatchie County. Walker Valley on the road at Ooltewah, 35-0 at the half right now. So they'll be in the mercy rule to start the second half. Ray County 7, Cleveland 27. That's at Ray County at the half. And then Meigs County and Stone Memorial tied at 7 apiece in the first. No update yet on Halls Carter and Howard Sequoia, as well as Heritage and Carnes.
Let's hit that. Walker Valley 35-0.
Yes, over Ooltewah right
so
now.
There's
and that's Walker Valley's having to bounce back. They thought they were going to have it good against Bradley last week, and they're having to bounce back.
And the Ray County Cleveland.
That's 27-7 Cleveland in front.
Right now.
I messed that up.
I don't know. No big surprises there, I don't think.
And that's one thing that I know a lot of people are talking about. There's not big marquee games this weekend outside of this one and the Knox West, Knox Central game that was big. Normally, Maryville Science Hill could be a good one, but both teams are 2-2. Kind of unsuspecting on that one, but definitely a low night on the scoreboard options there.
All right. Terry, thanks for joining us. We'll let you get back to work over there. We're about ready to kick it off here again. Yeah. Jared, just a great word from Vant Hardaway tonight.
It was, and just to hear that man speak, I've been fortunate to hear him deliver a couple of messages and sermons, and it's outstanding. And I told him when he got up, I didn't realize, I knew we had the Wesleyan connection because I got to know him when I was working at Wesleyan, and they've got the Hardaway Center there on campus as well. And President Dr. Tyler Force is down here in front of us. But my dad also moved here for a preaching job 23 years ago, so both of us have the Wesleyan and the preacher's kid connection, so that was pretty cool. But just a wise guy. I mean, super smart.
Yes.
Very humble, very down-to-earth guy, and does a lot for the community.
Well, I'm going to put some pressure on you. Next week, let's see if we can't try to get Coach Casey in here. We'll talk a little basketball because we won't be back here for a month.
Yeah.
Three road games for the Cherokees coming up. After next week is homecoming. Ooltewah. It's the Ooltewah game. By the way, planning to do another game day, which means we'll kick things off probably about 6 o'clock next week. And so it'll be homecoming. We'll try to get Coach Casey up here for our Cherokee chat. We'll talk a little Cherokee basketball, which is right around the corner. I mean, everybody is practicing. And, they're working out. I don't know that they're officially practicing yet, but they're conditioning, I'm sure. And
open gyms.
Yeah, open gyms and whatnot. And then the Cherokees go on the road for 3 games. They'll go to Ray County. They'll go to Chattanooga Howard. They'll get a week off. It's a bye week, and then they'll travel up to Knoxville Powell. Yeah. So, we'll be after next Friday, we'll be away from Cherokee Stadium until we come back for that last game against Walker Valley. Boy, that could be a big one.
It could. I'm looking forward, though, to the Terry Patrick welcome at Powell. I mean, they treated us good a couple of years ago in the playoffs, so I'm looking forward to it.
Till the game started.
I was going to say till the game started.
Hope we can do a little more than that this year. We'll see. But anyway, we got a half right here to play. 24 minutes of football remain. And I tell you what, the Cherokees are you got to say they're playing well tonight. They're up 7-3 on Oak Ridge at the half.
They are. the key is you've still got 2 more quarters to go. So let's keep it in check. And we've got a delay here to start. Maybe have to get a football. I don't know. There's an official down there with one, but or no, maybe not. Spencer Sullivan's coming to the sideline now. But, I mean, McMinn definitely did what they needed to do in the first half. Controlled the clock through the first quarter. Actually withstood 2 Oak Ridge drives that could have ended much differently. As Terry alluded to, some drop passes helped the Cherokees. But, hey, that's part of this game. The breaks aren't going to go your way sometimes. How do you respond? And so Cherokees.
I think we had a misplaced kicking tee out there.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw somebody on the staff or manager take off running to the field house, and here he comes back across the end zone. So let's see if it's the correct.
We've borrowed one from across the field. Is what's happened so far.
Poor young man figured it out.
Spencer Sullivan's waved over to the Oak Ridge sideline, so they've loaned us a kicking tee. Nice of them.
Good hustle by the team guy down there that ran back and realized at the last minute.
Yeah.
I mean, give it up for him.
So here's the opening kickoff of the second half. Spencer Sullins kicks it long and into the end zone and through the end zone. Hits about 7 or 8 yards deep in the end zone, bounces out, and so Oak Ridge will take over at the 20.
Defense has played really well, getting some pressure back there on Stansbury. We saw it last week. They were all over East Hamilton getting through that offensive line. Now, this offensive line, quite a bit different than the East Hamilton one, but
yes,
that front 4 has been outstanding here tonight.
They have, as the game went on, they did begin to put a little more pressure on the quarterback back there.
Yep, definitely, and I think they'll continue to do that.
So here's Stansbury, leads his team out. He's going to look to throw quickly to the outside. Slager's there to take him down. May have lost a yard. Back to the 19.
That's Rembert again. So 3, his jersey number, that's their target, more than it has been to any other receiver.
Well, it looks like the Cherokees have made an adjustment a little bit on the short passes. The scary thing about that is, are they going to pump it and go deep?
Yep. You got to know Hayward on that far sideline.
Yep.
He's definitely not the tallest. I believe it's Presley. He's listed at 6'1", so a little bit more size than Hayward, listed at even 6 foot.
May see Dozier here. Nope, back to pass again, and it's going to be tackled by Dakota Thompson. Comes up. The pass was completed to Knowles.
6'3", 202, and Dakota Thompson took his legs out like he needed to and had a great stop.
He's up to the 22. He picks up 3 yards, but nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 8. And now a quick replacement here.
Miller out and White in.
Yep.
Little confusion.
White in. Yep, some confusion. He made the right choice. They're going to throw downfield. It's complete for a first down. Breaks a tackle. That's Hayward, and he's going to be taken down just over the 50-yard line.
That's what you just alluded to, Terry, the big look down the field, and Hayward caught it wide open, able to make a play.
Well, let's see what the flag is. I think it's towards the end of the play, but we'll see.
Caden Melton signaling that it's against Oak Ridge, but we'll see what happens.
This is going to be
they're looking to Oak Ridge to see what they want to.
Yeah. Slager's pointing out. Oak Ridge is walking back, so it is. It's going to be it might have been
sideline warning again.
Wow.
And so that's the penalty.
So let's see. Is this just going to cost them 5 from where the play ended?
Well, they've backed them. It got up to the 49, the McMinn 49, right? Yeah.
So it will be a first down. They're going to put it down at the 35-yard line. It's a
sideline penalty against the Wildcats.
So it's going to be a first down and 10. So they still get enough for the first down even after the penalty. And I'm throwing out the penalties from the line of scrimmage thing out. I haven't seen one marked off there all year. Well. So it's first down and 10 from the Oak Ridge 35. A little bit of confusion for Oak Ridge. They're checking the sideline for the play. The clock is at 10 minutes and 42 seconds in the third quarter. McMinn County leads. Here's a handoff to Dozier. He has a nice move in the middle there. Takes a big hit, however. Dakota Thompson takes him down hard.
They had him in the backfield and just kind of got frozen.
Yep, made a nice little move. sidestepped a tackler, but Dakota Thompson's been a great tackler. This team tackles well, by the way.
That they do.
So it's up to the 41. It's a gain of 6, and it felt like more than that.
It did. Just a delayed handoff right there, and couldn't keep him contained.
Going to roll to his left. Stansbury looking for a receiver, and he's got him, and that's Hayward again. Brandon Hayward. He's hard to stay with, and I guess they're giving him ground.
That's the same play they ran.
And let's see.
And now they're kind of blowing it.
Now there's a flag, the personal foul, roughing the passer.
Wow.
So
personal foul, roughing the passer.
Coach Cagle has a little something to say about that. So they're going to mark that on top of the play, which of course we'll see that the play ended at about the 45-yard line of McMinn. The officials are talking things over. It's hard to keep up with sometimes.
So it's going to be 15 from there.
From the 45, they're going to mark 15 more off, I believe, to take it down to the 30-yard line. And that is the case. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Oak Ridge at the McMinn County 30-yard line. Now McMinn has to really toughen up. Stansbury.
False start. Yep, there we go.
They got him with the false start. There was going to be a handoff to Dozier around the left end, but the play never really got going.
That outside receiver on the far side jumped at the kind of right before the snap.
So back to the McMinn 35. I would say that Coach Ring of Oak Ridge had quite a message for his team at halftime.
I think so, and we've seen them make at least an adjustment on offense. They've rolled Stansbury out back-to-back. Long plays they've made have been to Hayward on Stansbury rolling out to that Oak Ridge sideline.
And this time it's a delayed handoff. Ball went to the ground, but Dozier fell on it, and again, confusion in the backfield. Boy, that ball just bounces a little different way. McMinn could have come up with it, but it didn't. Ball at the 37-yard line, a loss of 2 on the play. It's at the McMinn 37. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 17.
2nd and 17.
Watch Hayward.
Yeah, especially if they roll him out.
They're going to look down that left side. Now they're going to try to go deep, and it's going to be broken up.
McMinn played defense on themselves right there.
Yeah, we had 2 Cherokees going after it. Faulkner was coming over from his safety position. By the way, you can't fault him, really. You know, he was coming over hard to break the pass up. But one of our guys, boy, just about intercepted it.
Mitchell and Sharp were going after it together. And
Sharp coming off again.
That was to Izzy Mitchell. That's the first target they've had towards him, number 8. He comes out of the game right after that one.
3rd and 17.
3rd and long, you know they're going to try to air it out right here, but also they might be in 4-down territory.
Yeah,
so
could be. They're going to take it.
Yep.
Boy, Oak Ridge is going to use a timeout here. A little early for that maybe with 9-10. Well, we'll take a 30-second break. McMinn County leads 7-3 over Oak Ridge. 30-second break.
Did you know that All Things Exterior has the largest selection of vinyl siding and metal roofing in this area? Hi, I'm Buffy Jones, inviting you to stop by and see how we can help with your construction or home improvement project. Our prices are competitive and no job is too big or small. Many colors are available within 1 to 2 business days. Micah and I have nearly 20 years of experience, so we know the industry. And we have professional installers who can get the job done right. We're located at 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens. All Things Exterior, your one-stop shop for vinyl siding, roofing, and more.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, McMinn County leads 7-3 over Oak Ridge. There's 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. We're just underway here in the 2nd half.
I feel like every 3rd down when Oak Ridge has got the ball is a huge 3rd down. But
it is.
Right here, you just got to guard against a deep play.
They're going to try a trick play, a reverse, and he's going to come around to the left side, be pushed out of bounds. No penalty flag over there. Boy, anytime we're about to hit somebody out of bounds, I cringe a little bit.
Especially when it's on their sideline.
It's back to the original line of scrimmage, to the 30-yard line of McMinn, which means it's going to be 4th down and 10, and they're going to go for it here, I believe. Unless they think they have a kicker they can kick from there, but that'd be too long. That'd be 47-yarder. But they're going to go for it, putting 3 wideouts in. The ball is at the left hash, so you might imagine that they would roll to the right. Dakota Thompson is out there on coverage.
You got Henderson, Hayward, and Presley on this near side, the bigger receivers.
And it's over the middle. It's dropped. Nice play, broken up by Fagans.
Gave a little cowboy ride right there on the celebration.
I love to celebrate him, but let's get over on the sideline.
Yeah.
So it's incomplete, and the ball's going to be turnover on downs on the first drive. That's a great, great stand there by the Cherokees. They're going to take over at we'll call it the 31-yard line of McMinn. Wow.
Well, and right there you kind of have a couple of penalties that go against you with a personal foul and roughing the passer there or whatever it was. But you kind of hold back. 2 deflected passes right there. Outstanding job by that defense.
We got 5 men on the line now. Here's a handoff to Sharp. He's looking for some running room. He's not going to find very much. Just right up the middle play. And it may be time for Mullins to pull it back out again. Might see that coming up.
Had a lot of daylight over here. Everybody kind of crowded that box. You had Hayward, Dakota Thompson out here blocking Hayward.
Here comes Sliger. He picks up 2 to the 33-yard line. The clock now at 8:33. It's not running fast enough now.
And Jacob Sharp, he's had some big games the last couple of weeks, and he's running hard. This Oak Ridge team's hitting him hard.
Yep.
And you can see a little bit of frustration, but it's just the caliber of team you're going up against right here.
I agree. Here's a carry by Sliger. And he's going to be up over the 35, 30. He might be our most physical runner.
Yeah, pound for pound, definitely.
He's up to the 36 of McMinn, pickup of 3, and that's going to bring up maybe a manageable, more like a 3rd and 5. Might like to have it a little shorter than that.
Yeah. He's got that typical fullback look. If you go I think of Mike Allstat and the Toms back then, and the Buccaneer. He's got that look to him.
And he's got that kind of stride to him and just a strong runner. So we're in tight here on 3rd and 5. McDermott comes off to the left side, and they're going to try to give it to Sliger again. Can't keep his feet. And this is just old-fashioned. It's turning into old-fashioned football. We're going to try to run it. They're going to put about 8-10 guys in the box and try to stop it.
Yeah, definitely. And they were coming to the short side of the field. Almost needed a little bit more space right there to kind of get runners out in the open.
There was no gain on the play. Nope. Yeah, there was a little bit of discussion maybe, but now Sullins comes out.
Yeah, the way they moved the ball the last time, you got and they got another sideline warning on. So that could be a first down.
Well, the flag is down.
Oak Ridge not happy with that one.
And that is really interesting. And I wonder what they're doing there, just getting too close or getting onto the field, or maybe they're hearing something from coaches or something.
Now the officials are kind of talking over. They were running kind of like some subs in and out, and it was almost like the ref side judge kind of looked at one of them the way they were doing it. I don't know if it's a timing thing. We'll see if this stays or if they wave it off. Get a couple of more officials.
It's going to be really close to a first down if it's a 5-yard penalty. Well, we're going to get all the officials in on this discussion.
Yep. Except for the 3 or 4 on the near sideline, they're going to stay put. Most of the time they have microphones so they can talk to each other. We don't hear them talk over the PA, at least not yet.
Yes.
You can do that at high school. School has to provide it, but talking to some of them in the off season that I've gotten to meet, they don't want to talk over the PA. They've said that.
The flag, there is a flag thrown. It's sitting at the 50-yard line on the just off of the field on their sideline. So it's going to be interesting. Look here. Offensive line is coming back on. The offense is coming back out. And Solons is coming off. So I think we're going to.
Sideline warning against Oak Ridge, so that should result in the first down. Or it's going to be 4th and short.
It's going to be really close if it. They're stepping it off. Oh, it's 15.
I guess because it's the third one, technically.
How about that? So the ball goes with the 15-yard penalty inside Oak Ridge territory to the 48. Wow. Well, that's quite a call and quite a break. 6:33 to go in the third quarter. McMinn 7, Oak Ridge 3. McMinn County now into Oak Ridge territory at the 48-yard line. Folks, we got a battle. We got a fight here at Cherokee Stadium tonight.
That'll upset the folks in the Oak Ridge market.
Absolutely. So first down at 10. Mullins brings his team. They're actually huddling. They're in no hurry. And they haven't blown a dirt. Well, okay, now I see officials across the way. They're explaining things to Oak Ridge, and I can hear the Oak Ridge stands.
Yeah.
They're not
and
happy.
To be honest, that's not even the biggest crowd we've seen Oak Ridge bring. The last 2 years of playoff, it's been packed. But they are very vocal over there.
Sidebar is that both bands played at halftime and both bands did a phenomenal job.
Yes. It's always good to see the bands and performing arts do well. Dance team, Golden Girls did an outstanding job as well.
Yes. And the cheerleaders before the game were out there doing a little routine. So everybody's getting involved tonight.
Good stand here on the home side, filled up for this big game.
So we're getting ready to go here. I believe the officials are leaving the Oak Ridge sideline. They're going to have to just accept that was the call. And
they're making sure that the coaching staff's walking down the sideline to make sure everybody's on the mat. And there's a gold stripe. So if you're at the game and you can see it, there's a gold stripe that on the mat that technically that's kind of you kind of want to be there or behind it. And now another penalty.
Yeah,
they've just thrown a coach out.
Yeah, they are mad as fire over there, and they have thrown one of the coaches out. He would not be quiet. He would not. He's still yelling, and they're trying to walk him off.
And that may be the head coach. Certainly looks like it. Yep.
Well, and let me say this. The Oak Ridge team on the field is getting fired up. They're high-fiving.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to change the dynamics here, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in Athens, you might want to just head on over here.
I'm telling you.
We got a lot of football to go, a quarter and a half.
I see some earbuds in the stands as well, and they might have just thrown two coaches out. There's at least two walking the head coach out.
Yeah, and they are getting everybody up, and now both crowds are getting up. This is getting good.
Oh yeah,
this is Friday Night Lights right here. So the ball is at the 48-yard line of Oak Ridge, and we are finally ready to play some football. This is a big play right here, even though it's just first down.
So the personal foul on the coaches didn't move the ball 15 more. I think that's what Coach Cagle and them are asking right now.
Yep.
Should be up further. Unless, I don't know how the ejections work there, but.
So the Oak Ridge team trying to get their fans up. McMinn players getting their fans up.
And feel the press box and the coaching staff wanting them to calm it down on this side because we're on offense.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Well, they need to tell their players to quit asking for it. Here's Tarzan White straight up the middle. We're back to playing football again. McDermott blocked a linebacker about 10 yards past where the ball was. So it's picked up to the 46-yard line, we'll call it. Pickup of just a couple. Second down and 8.
We're just now midway through the third quarter.
And as exciting as this is, I think McMinn would rather kind of just have it. I don't know. This is good. McMinn wants to go slow, you know. And
yes.
This adrenaline gets you going a little faster. 5:52 to go here in the third quarter. Here's a handoff up the middle. Tarzan White, he's going to find some running room. He's close to the 42-yard line.
Positive yards.
It's going to be a manageable third down here. He's right at the 42-yard line. Pickup of 4 on the play. It's going to be third down. We'll call it 4. Third down and 4. Actually, kind of inched up closer to the 41.
Here's the thing, though. You got to capitalize on everything that Oak Ridge just had happen to them.
Yeah.
You've got to get some points on the board here because they've got some energy on their side as well.
Everybody in the box now for Oak Ridge. Here is a first down by Tarzan White off right tackle, straight ahead.
That offensive line right there.
Just raw power right there.
Genoa Robinson, the center, play before that came up, after a couple of big pushes there on his defender, came out celebrating. When your center's fired up like that, that's a good sign.
It's at the Oak Ridge 37-yard line. McMinn County leading 7-3, 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. My goodness, we got a lot of football.
Yep.
A lot of football to be played. But Oak Ridge's offense is off the field again, keeping them off. Mullins brings his team to the line. Handoff to Sharp up the middle. It's hard running in there. And we got a little scuffle going. Flag comes out. So we'll see how this breaks down.
I don't know what happened right there. Oak Ridge
had 2 Oak Ridge players on the ground at the end of that. That's all I saw. But listen, there's going to be some penalties thrown here the rest of the way, I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah.
Personal foul against McMinn, personal foul against Oak Ridge. They'll offset. Yeah, it's going to happen a lot.
Write them down.
Yep. So the ball is marked, we'll call it the 35-yard line. After that, it's a pickup of 2 and a 1st and 10. All right, I'm sorry. That was first down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Getting a little excited myself. Pickup of, we'll call it
2
yards down to the 35-yard line. And now the official's going to talk to kind of the captains of both teams and say, hey, let's play some football. Let's get back at it and play some good and hard football.
That's the key right there. Is good job by the officials. We saw that in the Bradley game not happen early enough, but they do it here, and a little fist bump by both captains. They're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long that'll last.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there'll still be some talking.
Crowded backfield for the Cherokees. Mullins gets the snap, going to hand it off. That's Sharp looking for running room. Just can't find an opening tonight. Tough running for Sharp.
Well, and I think the success he's had over the last 3 weeks, you're starting to see defenses key in on him. He has got his name up there.
Yeah, that's a great point. He was just another player to the last couple of games, and now you are being watched on film. So now back to the 36, actually loses a yard. Boy, we need to get him at least field goal position. That would be big.
3rd and 9.
Clock at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, ticking down here in the third quarter. Here's that give back to Tarzan White. He's going to have 2 or 3 yards. Going to be short of the first down. Going to be inside the 35-yard line. They're going to go for it right here, I believe. Oh, my goodness. And Oak Ridge clapping their hands as a late flag comes down. That's going to cost McMinn, I believe.
And that right there,
the
it wipes you out of the field goal range, wipes you out of going for it.
Yep.
Unsportsmanlike on the Cherokee. He never signaled which side.
He didn't, but it's on the Cherokee. It's a dead ball foul, which is the worst part of all that. And so this is gonna back the ball back to the 49-yard line. That's a tough play right there. And because it was a dead ball foul, of course, it's still 4th down. So now it's going to be 4th and about 23 or 24. They'd have to make it all the way down to the 27-yard line. So 4th and 22. So Solon's into punt. This is a big one. Gets it, and the punt is away. It's going towards the corner, bounces on the 10. It's going to bounce into the end zone. Boy, kind of took a tough bounce for McMinn. It didn't look, when it hit at the 10, it didn't look like it had the steam to go on into the end zone, but it just bounced that way.
There's a flag down, so.
Oh, my goodness.
Crackback block.
Now he's pointing to Oak Ridge. He's pointed to both teams.
I don't know what that one was.
We'll see if we're. It's hard for us to follow, folks. I mean, the ball went into the end zone. It would be spotted at the 20.
And they're walking it off, so it's something on McMinn.
Yeah. My goodness. It's going to be 15 yards.
15-yarder. Coach Cagle's looking to the referee to get a signal on what it was. It wouldn't have, I don't know what it was, but.
Well, Oak Ridge on the penalty starts at the 35-yard line of Oak Ridge. So here's Stansberry. He's going to hand off to Dozier up the middle. It's played well by the Cherokees. Only a couple of yard gain. 2:50 to go in the third quarter.
Unfortunately, the more the flags come out, the slower that clock goes.
Yeah, and this is going against us too many times. Ball up to the 37-yard line. Second down and 8. Got to think they're going to start putting it back up in the air a little. That's their game. Stansberry back to pass. Goes for that short pass. He's hit immediately when catching it. Dakota Thompson coming up so quick.
He got it to Presley on the outside, but Dakota Thompson snipped that one out. And that's the thing. If they catch it, just preventing no yards after catch. That's letting an athletic guy like that catch it in the open space and then run is where you can get beat.
Well, Jared, here you go. Another big third down. Third down and 4. Tries to draw him off with a hard count. Doesn't work. You got to watch those short passes right here. And they're going to hand off to Dozier up the middle. He's got a big hole up the middle. It's going to be nice tackle there.
Brown.
Wow.
Laid him out.
Laid out Dozier, but not after a big gain into McMinn County territory. Boy, he's fast.
Yes, he is.
To the McMinn 41. They go from the Oak Ridge 41 to the McMinn 41. Pickup of 18 on the play. It's first down and 10.
And Dozier holding his side right there.
He's taking some hard hits as well. Sharp has, but so has Dozier. Here's a rollout to the left. He's being chased by Montgomery, I think, and here is a pass that is overthrown, incomplete.
And McMinn made the adjustment they needed to there defensively. The cornerback came up. It was Rembert on the far sideline that ran the curl route.
Yep.
McMinn was right there on him, and then Ethan Faulkner in that safety position was coming over, trying to get it to Hayward there, and at least steps in front of him, plus it was overthrown, was a big play.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been impressed tonight with Dakota Thompson.
Yes. Yep. Oh, so ineligible receiver.
Well, they'll back them up 5 yards, but I guess it remains first down. I almost would rather give up the down.
Yeah. I had 4 penalties in the first half. I don't remember what Terry said, but we've had at least, by my count, 6 or 7 now.
There's Dozier around the left side. He's going to be taken down after a short gain.
Montgomery, first one to get him.
The defense is playing good football tonight. That's all you can say. Really all over the field, I believe.
Yes.
That time he goes from the 46, we'll call it the 44, pickup of 2 yards. Brings up second down and 13. Stansberry at quarterback. Dozier still in the backfield. Back to pass this time. He's going to look deep down the sideline. He's got an open man, but he overthrows him.
That's
Sharp
Rembert
was
again.
back there.
Trying to get it to Rembert, and he had a step again.
Yep.
But able to get another incompletion.
So here we go with third and long, third and 13. They run this. They may You think they're going to pass, but boy, they got a weapon back there in Dozier that's proven he can get a lot of yardage. So here we go, third down, 14, 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's going to go to Dozier. He's going to break a tackle on the left side, down the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds short of the first down, but he's close. Close enough that they'll go for it, I believe.
Had him in the backfield, just couldn't get him wrapped up. Kind of went at him with the arm tackle.
It's not, I mean, if I'm Oak Ridge, I'm really thinking about that same play. The play they just ran on third down, that was a good call. 4th down and 4 from the 34-yard line. And Oak Ridge moves. Both teams kind of move, but I think it's going to be on Oak Ridge, and it is.
False start against the Wildcats.
I don't think that changes anything for them.
No, I don't think so. Ball back to the 39. Makes it a little tougher to get, I believe.
Yep.
It's 4th down and 8 now. 4th down and 8. They do make some changes. And they are going to run their punter out.
Well,
a little surprising here.
Let's see who the upbacks.
Yeah, you got to play a pretty straight defense right here, I believe. Nice hit by Rouse coming back on their block guy. Thompson has to fair catch it. He's about at the 5-yard line. Boy, you got to wonder if you let that one go.
Yeah,
but you never know. The old rule of not fair catching inside the 10 is long gone, I think. The ball is marked, according to the scoreboard, it's hard for us to get a good angle. It's marked on the 7-yard line. But another great job by the defense forcing a punt from Oak Ridge. They've had a turnover on downs and a punt in this quarter. This has been a long quarter.
It has. Compared to the first quarter, this one's been long.
A lot of extracurricular activity, though, and a lot of discussion by the officials have made it a little longer.
They got paid per flag. It's racking up.
It's 1st down, 10 to go. Here's a carry right up the middle.
Tarzan trying to get a couple of positive yards there.
I think he does, maybe up. We'll call it the 9-yard line. And you got to be careful here. And I'll tell you what, they're going to let this run out.
Yep.
So that's going to do it here for the third quarter. They're going to let this clock run out. McMinn County, after 3 quarters, it's the same score as a half. McMinn County 7, Oak Ridge 3. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Simmons Bank is proud to be part of our communities. I'm Shane Whalen, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other, because we accomplish more together than we do alone. For more than 100 years, Simmons has worked hard to help make customers' dreams come true, like buying a home, starting a business, or managing money safely and securely. Visit us today. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, this is Renee with Madison Avenue Pharmacy. Here at your only independently owned Health Mart Pharmacy, we can save you a trip to your provider or urgent care center by providing on-the-spot testing for illnesses such as flu, strep, and COVID. We can also provide medications if you have positive results. Madison Avenue Pharmacy is open from 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturday. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, we're getting ready to get into the last 12 minutes, maybe, of this game. It's 7-3, McMinn County over Oak Ridge. And the Cherokees are going to have it at their own 9-yard line. It's 2nd down and 8 when the offense returns to the field. They're getting the ball reset right now. We had it was no scoring there in the third quarter, but it was certainly exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting. And something like right there on that last play of the drive by Oak Ridge, your head coach gets tossed. And normally, you going for it on 4th and something like that, that's a head coach type decision a lot of times. How does that shape Oak Ridge coming down to the wire in this game? But the Cherokees, though, cannot get too excited about everything that was going on. They've got to still play their game. They need a drive like they had to start this ball game right here and put points on the board. This is a big series to put points on the board.
Yeah, and you got to, at least right here, you need to change field position.
Yes.
I mean, you've got to pick up a couple of first downs, you would think, right here. It's not going to be easy. It's 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff around the end, and then it's Sharp looking for running room, just can't find it.
And Oak Ridge just kind of sniffed that out.
Yep. Certainly keying on Sharp tonight. And now I really think keying on the entire run game, because they have brought everybody up now. So it's no gain. So still at the McMinn 9, 3rd down and 8. This is not a down and distance that McMinn likes, for sure.
No, definitely not. And we've not seen Mullins keep it the last couple of times that there's been a read option. See if maybe he calls his own number, at least to pick up some distance.
Sharp and White in the backfield. It's going to be White straight up the middle, and he's going to have a couple yards, but it's going to be 4th down and long. He's going to have to punt this football away again. They're marking it right at the 10, so they do pick up 1 yard on that play. But Sullins is in to punt, and now they're coming in.
Yeah, they were taking a little bit. Makai McDermott kind of coming off limping right there. That's a key blocker they've had in there.
Yep.
Hopefully just cramping up and getting stretched out. I don't think there's enough out there.
We've got 10 out there. There's 10 Cherokees out there. Here's a snap. Going to play with 10. Here is a nice punt, nice hang time. It's going to hit at the 40, 45 inside, close to the 40-yard line. They got a nice little McMinn roll there.
They're going to say it hit. No, they're going to.
It hit.
They're going to say it hit Faulkner.
Yeah, it hit Faulkner at the 47. I don't think they're wrong. I think it did graze him right there. Hit his side, so that's going to give him about 7 yards there. And he wasn't looking up for the ball. I mean, it hit behind him and bounced and grazed him, bouncing forward. So 1st down and 10 at the Oak Ridge 47 for Oak Ridge. Stansberry looks to the sideline for the call. Here's the snap. They hand to Dozier off right tackle. And it's going to be Fagans. Wrestles him down in the back. Well, or was it Miller?
No, it was Fagans.
It was Fagans, yeah. Fagans.
He was there, and Miller came to help at the end because he was kind of losing grip on him.
Yeah, all he could do was just hang on until he could get some help there, and it arrived. So it's a 2-yard loss back to the 40, we'll call it the 45, more like the 44. But it's 2nd down and 12. Well played. Landon Fagans, one of the top one of the top linebackers in the region, really. And he's playing like it tonight. Back to pass. Stansberry's going to look deep again. They've just missed on a couple of these, and Faulkner at the last second, I think, gets a hand in there.
Even if he didn't, he hit it, he waved at it, and it took the receiver's eyes off of it.
Yep. Well, they're getting close on those, aren't they?
A little bit too close for my liking, let's be honest.
Faulkner closed ground there.
And I was going to say, McMinn's been close to picking a couple of those off.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's see what happens. But that's always a deep threat.
3rd and long. Do you use Dozier here, or do you go back up in the air? They're going to give it to Dozier. He's looking for running room. He's breaking tackles, and he's close to the 1st down. They have said 3rd and long, forget the pass. We're going to hand it to our best player.
And
he may have he's a little short, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's short.
He's at the McMinn 44, folks. He's about a half-yard short. It's 4th down and short. Obviously, they're keeping the offense out there and going for it. Hey, 8:50 to go in this football game now. 8:50. 4th and 1. And it's a high snap. They give to Dozier. He's going to break around the right side. He's got the 1st down. He's going to be inside the 40, close to the 35-yard line. He's the workhorse.
I don't think they have to make another decision on who they want to give the ball to.
No. Remember, you got a sophomore quarterback for Oak Ridge. He's thrown 8 interceptions in 3 games. Ball sitting at the McMinn 35, and it's 1st down. Might sneak up on one of these short passes.
Winded. He's winded.
He's taking some hits, too. Here he is around left tackle. Now cuts it back inside. He's going to have another 4 or 5 yards. It's up to the 31-yard line. We'll call it 4.
He's definitely going to be playing somewhere on Saturdays.
Yeah. He is winded, though. His hands are on his hips. He's bending over. Now back to pass. It's that short pass, and it's going to fall incomplete. That was a bad pass, really.
Way short. The receiver had to come back to even try to get a hand on it.
Yep. I think Stansbury may be losing a little confidence in himself right now, throwing the football.
With that 3rd and 6, that's right up Dozier's alley.
It is. It is. I think we need to be looking for him. He's tired. Remember, he's tired. And now here's a whistle before the play started. It is, in fact, false start. They're going to back him up. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Still right up Dozier's alley.
It is more so, I think. So we're going to call this the 36-yard line. 3rd down and 11. It's just over 10. And here making a change here is that Dakota Thompson coming out of the game. Tarzan White into the game. He's going to roll to the left. Quarterback roll, looking. Got a receiver. And he's out of, no, he dropped it or was out of bounds. So it's incomplete. It's 4th down and 11 now. Clock is at 7:46 in the 4th quarter. I can't believe it, Jared, but we're playing another typical Oak Ridge McMinn game.
I'm telling you, it's.
And McMinn was a definite underdog coming in tonight. But here they are. And Oak Ridge is going to take another timeout. And that could come back to haunt them a little bit because they're down to 1 timeout now. But this is a big play. We're going to keep it right here. What do you do here on 4th and 11?
I mean, I'm joking, but I think it's 2-2 if you're Oak Ridge.
I know one way or another. Maybe you run that little quick pitch to him. Just get
either way
in space to him.
He has proven that 12 yards, nothing. I mean, he can get it if he needs it.
He can just about get it on his own, right?
He is tired.
Yes.
And so when you get tired, maybe a fumble happens. You're falling to the ground. You lose a grip on it. Who knows?
That's right. That's what I'm seeing out of him too.
The question is,
and maybe they're giving him a little rest right now with this timeout.
The question is the coaching staff over there. I mean, who's you've kind of lost your head coach to the locker room. What are you going to do? Who's going to make the call? I don't. As well oiled as Oak Ridge is and everything, I don't think it'll be an issue for them as far as the coaching staff. And they're all making sure they're on the black mat.
Yeah.
Except for the coaches.
Good idea.
And part of that is, for those at home, it's the linesmen, the judges. The referees have to be able to see and move up and down the sideline because the last thing you need is a referee tripping over a player or a coach or the chains.
Oak Ridge has sent in their punter. Let's see if it is, in fact, a punt. Cherokee's come at him. They don't touch him. It's going to hit at about the 15. We need to get away from it.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down inside the 10-yard line. But the Cherokees are going to take over. Interesting call there, Jared. Is that the right call? Hard to say.
It might have been Dozier in the huddle going, Coach, I can't run it. You're going to have to punt it. Let's get a stop or something. But that's 4 straight punts across both teams right there. And we didn't see that in the first half.
So it is it at the 10? They're showing 10 on the scoreboard. It's not the 10.
8, right?
Yeah, it's on the 8. Yes, you're right. So another punt. Oak Ridge has had a turnover on downs and 2 punts in the second half.
And the key is Oak Ridge has figured out McMinn's offense, so Cherokee's got to do something different.
Got to find something.
That was not it.
They go up the middle again. Maybe they're setting something up here. He may be up to the 9, possibly. Yeah, we'll call it that. To the McMinn 9. And you got to remember, too, their last couple of drives backed up against their own end zone. They don't want to make the big mistake either.
Right.
It's kind of a catch-22 situation. You'd love to open something up, but you don't want to make a big mistake.
Well, in the clock, you're trying to make the clock work for you, so you don't want to have incompletions.
And here comes Sharp around the end. There's not much there. And he's going to
get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, back to the line of scrimmage is all. And, you know, I get the feel they're looking for that big break. I mean, somebody just to slip out of a tackle, break a tackle, and get a big play. But they're not going to chance putting the ball up in the air over the middle or something like that. Now Brady Mullins comes all the way to the sideline, and he's going to be getting the call, and he's going to have to run back into the huddle. There's 14 seconds left on the play clock, and this is a big play. But they're going to have to get it going. Now 5 seconds on the play clock. He's trying to hustle them up. They get it off. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to run it. Here comes Brady Mullins. He's going to have the first down.
Wow.
He scrambled to the left, took it himself.
That is a huge play right there because the coaching staff's on the sideline inches. The press box coaches are yelling, call timeout, call timeout.
Yep.
And Mullins finally calls his own number again and picks up a huge first down.
It's up to the 22-yard line. It was a pickup of 13 yards. Needed 9, got 13. Big play by Brady Mullins. Wow.
Run, clock, run.
5:30. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And remember, Oak Ridge has one timeout left. That's it. McMinn County has all 3. Big play by Brady Mullins. Growing up here tonight, no doubt. Here's a handoff along the right-hand side there. Sharp breaking a tackle. He's up over to the 35, to the 40, to the 50, 45, needs a block. And he's getting an escort by Faulkner. He's hit the 5. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Wow.
Ethan Faulkner ran stride by stride with him, keeping an Oak Ridge defender pushed away. And we've been waiting for Sharp to break one. He just did.
And the key on that one was he, instead of trying to force it all the way to the outside, he saw a gap right there and took it straight up, cut the back or the run back quickly, and caught a couple of broken tackles there.
The ball is at the Oak Ridge 3-yard line. 3-yard line. Getting in a player late in the game. We had a timeout. Timeout before that play started. We were short a player. Sharp was trying to get back out there. He needed a break after the long run, but no one came in for him. And we've got the heavy package in there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they're going to take 4 plays to try and push him over.
Third yard there, I mean, this is going to be a heavy package, 4-down territory. And
I had it at the 22.
It's just
to the 3.
We'll see. I mean, McMinn's definitely in 4-down territory with 5:08 going.
Yeah.
But the key there, I mean, Jacob Sharp, he's put in the effort all night. You could see him getting frustrated, just body language. But the young man keeps his head on straight and trusts his blockers and the tackles he broke right there to get through. And I will credit Oak Ridge. I mean, Oak Ridge didn't give up on the play, and that was the defensive end, Elijah Bradley, that chased him down.
Yeah.
So that's a young man that's about to graduate. You look at another Wildcat that could play at the next level. That's him chasing down Jacob Sharp. That's a big play.
The play went for 75 yards.
Wow.
75. You know, we had just said they're looking for that one big play, and there it was.
Yep.
So they've got the heavy package out there, and they're going to try to – they've got basically 4 plays to score from the 3. And maybe they're just going to try to push him across. Let's see. No.
Luke
Sliger's in there at fullback. Now they're going to pass it. They're going to hand off to Sharp, who goes into the end zone.
Hey, reward the guy that got you down there.
Absolutely. And now McMinn County, with 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go, has gone up 13-3. Wow.
What a drive.
What a play. Sharp just takes over after struggling really the whole game, and not that he wasn't doing everything he could do, it just couldn't find an open area.
And he was getting the target on his back. I mean, essentially, they were all keying in on him. And let's not forget the 3rd and 9 run by Brady Mullins to set that up as the play clock's running down.
Here's the important point after. Oak Ridge comes off sides. The kick is up. I wish they'd let that play go.
Yeah, I mean,
the kick
Sullins gets bumped right there after the whistle.
The kick was good, but they stopped the play. And Coach Cagle's saying decline it, but I don't think they're going to be able to. They stopped the play.
They're going to.
He's saying take it on the kickoff, but I don't think he's going to talk them into that.
No.
Well, he declines it. They're going to re-kick. I guess he's just declining it to re-kick from the same spot again. Here is the kick. It's up.
That's a flag. I mean, they
ran into the kicker, but no flag is thrown, but the extra point is good. So, 5 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn leads 14-3 over Oak Ridge. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Companion Funeral Home of Athens appreciates the opportunity to have served thousands of families in McMinn and surrounding counties since opening their doors in 2017. If you've ever considered making pre-arrangements to take the burden off of your family and make sure your wishes are carried out, they'll treat you with respect and walk you through the process as if you were a member of their own family. They also accept pre-arrangements from other funeral homes. For a no-obligation consultation, call Companion Funeral Home at 423-453-2302 or stop by 400 South White Street. Visit online at companionfunerals.com.
Hey, do you look around your home and think, man, it needs some help? Hiwassee Builder Supply has what you need. Serving East Tennessee since 1958, we can handle projects big and small. Whether it's a kitchen remodel, replacing doors or windows, or a new roof, or a new build from the ground up, we got the supplies. Contact us today, 423-745-4704, or visit us online at hiwassee.com. Our team can help you accomplish your remodel or building dreams. We are proud to support McMinn County Athletics.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, Solon's out to kick off. He was bumped on the extra point, but there was no flag. He went to the ground. But fortunately, he is out there. He's ready to kick.
And that's player safety right there. I mean, you get a guy running into you like that.
I think his adrenaline's flowing.
Yep.
Kicked halfway into the end zone, so Oak Ridge will start once again from the 20-yard line.
That's
and
one of those, you didn't hurt me.
They now have to score quickly. I mean, there's 5 minutes and they're 2 scores down.
And they're going to have to air it out.
Two possessions
You
down.
have to air it out. You've got the athletes, but can they do it? Who knows?
So, big possession, obviously, the rest of the way. 5 minutes, 3 seconds to go. Again, McMinn 14, Oak Ridge 3. This defense has played outstanding today. Stansberry back. They will hand to Dozier on first down. He's going to go down. Just a yard or two gain.
They bobbled the snap right there. Stansberry had trouble getting his hand on it.
Dozier on the carry.
Oak Ridge not showing any kind of
He's up to the 22.
Tackled by Cook. Makes it 2nd and 8.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8, and clock is running.
There's no sense of urgent, and maybe a non-region game, they're not worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the look that we're getting right now. Oak Ridge, here they go. Going to throw it to the sideline. It was bobbled a little bit, but they're going to give him the catch. And so he's going to have a first down to the 32-yard line, I believe.
That was Hayward out there on that far side. He's ran that curl route on that far side pretty well.
Yeah, all night. And, at this point, though, now we're saying, let's give them that short pass, I guess.
Yep.
Go clock, go. Here's a handoff to Dozier off left tackle. He's going to be taken down almost immediately. Picks up. He falls forward for 3 yards, though. I mean, he was hit at the line of scrimmage.
Just a big, outstanding back to watch run.
He's up to the 35, but that's going to keep the clock running, and they only have 1 timeout.
2nd and 7.
They are not in a hurry up.
No. We'll see if they go deep here. Back to pass. They are going to look deep. Down the sideline. And it's just overthrown. It's
Hayward again.
Yeah. That was on the far sideline. Sorry not to give you a call really quickly. I had to make sure I spotted that football, but it goes incomplete. Under 4 minutes now, 3:56. Cherokee's running defensive backs in and out. Dakota Thompson has been in there. Tarzan White has been in there. Sharp's been in there. Faulkner has stayed in there, as has Kamen Brown pretty much at safety. Yep. But they're rotating corners trying to keep them fresh. Here's a handoff to Dozier on a draw play. He's going to be taken down. He's close to a first down. I think a little short.
I think he's going to have about a yard to go.
And that's going to keep the clock running. He's up to the 42-yard line. 4th and 1. Obviously, they're going to go for it.
Melton and Montgomery in on that tackle right there.
Again, Thompson back in at corner now. Tarzan White comes out. They're going to hand off to Dozier. Why not? Up the middle, he's going to taken down hard there by Landon Fagans. He gets the first down, but he paid for it, and he's taken some licks tonight out there.
He has, and as hard as Landon hit him, I know Landon's going to feel some of those tomorrow as well, because those are hitting you. It still hurts.
If we can hang on to this lead, it ain't going to hurt nearly as much.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Clock's still running, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and it's running. No big hurry for Oak Ridge. Now they're going to roll to the left side looking for a receiver. Now he's going to have to run. He's going to be tackled, brought down. He's over the 50 into McMinn County territory, short of a first down. That'll keep the clock running.
And that is a wrinkle we have not seen from Stansbury tonight there.
Yep.
Kind of tucked it and picked up a lot of positive yards for him.
He's at the McMinn 48-yard line. Remember, I think what's really important here is Oak Ridge, they have to score, and then they have to get the ball back.
Yep.
They're 2 possessions down, and they only have 1 timeout. So McMinn, I can guarantee you, will run some clock. This time, Stansbury rolls to his right, looking for a receiver. Now he's under duress, and he goes down. Sacked by Rouse.
Outstanding job.
And he just played off of a blocker that whole time until he just could, until he could just strike. And so it's a big loss back to the 42-yard line of Oak Ridge. This defense has been absolutely outstanding. The Wildcats take their last time out.
I'm telling you, and wow. Josh Rouse right there even kind of showed a little hesitation move of like, okay, what's the quarterback going to do? And then just realizes he doesn't know what he's going to do, so I'm going to go get him. And throws him down for a huge loss right there.
My goodness. I just really like the way that he was he was working his way off of a blocker, but never took his eyes. You can tell, never took his eyes off the quarterback.
Exactly.
He was just kind of playing around with that blocker until he could strike at the quarterback and take him down. Wow.
And if the way the defense has improved, I feel like every week, that continues by the end of this season, going in, hopefully into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Would just be huge for this team.
It would be.
I thought really they played an outstanding game last week against East Hamilton. I mean, they played a good one against Cleveland as well, but last week really impressed me at East Hamilton.
Now, Peanut Dyer is coming into the game. We talked about him last week as being kind of a pass rush specialist. So they are anticipating on 3rd and 13 a pass. Now
McMinn's going to take
McMinn's going to take a timeout. Brad Bennett didn't like something that he saw out there. I think he instituted that timeout.
Him and Coach Cagle talked that one over pretty quickly, and they didn't like some wrinkle out there. I don't know if it's we heard a little bit of pregame. Valon Henderson, the freshman, number 7, he looks like a good athlete, and thought they might use him a little bit, but they've gone to Rembert more than they have Hayward or some of their other talent guys.
We haven't called his name tonight very much at all. A couple times maybe. So, wow. So it's going to be 3rd, and we're going to keep it right here. 3rd and 13. Here's the situation. Let me set it up for you. McMinn County leading Oak Ridge 14-3. 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down and 13 for Oak Ridge. They're out of timeouts.
And they've got to score twice, as you said, but they've got to go for 2.
Yeah.
They're down by 11. So,
right.
I mean, unless you're going to try to go, I guess 2 touchdowns.
Field,
yeah. Every 3rd down's big, but this one's big too.
Here we go again. They were big in the first quarter.
I'm telling you.
Here we go. Stansbury brings his team to the line. Here's the snap. Dozier splits out to the right side. A little bit of pressure. It's broken up by Landon Fagans.
Outstanding job by Landon.
Fagans now all over the field. They've got to get back out there and get ready. There's no timeout, so it's 4th down and 13.
And Caden Melton was on the blind side there of Stansbury, but getting held by the left tackle, Big 77 out there, and still about got to the quarterback to put some pressure as he released that one.
Well, I still don't know that. If I'm Oak Ridge, I'm probably giving it to 22 again.
Nothing's
working in the pass game, but they're not. Here's the back to pass. He's looking for a receiver now. He's got to scramble a little bit. He's going to throw long down the field. It's going to be picked off. McMinn County has the football. He needs to go down. He does. Is that Faulkner?
Yep.
Faulkner comes up with a big interception. He was back there, and he was just playing center field back there. He comes off with the interception.
And that'll seal it right there.
That should just about seal it, folks, with 2:17 to go. No timeouts for Oak Ridge. Wow.
And maybe, Oak Ridge, they beat Powell.
Yep.
Not that Powell's got their best team like they've had, but you beat Powell, you beat a Jeff County team. Carnes is probably the least likely out of that, and they blanked them last week. Maybe McMinn saw some stuff on film, and it's worked out. Coach Cagle can allude to that in the postgame, but as much as we thought they were balanced, Oak Ridge is going to have to turn into a running team, and very likely we see them again in the postseason.
Very likely, very likely. Here is a handoff up the middle to Sliger. He finds some running room. You never know when he's going to break a 60-yarder,
He's trying to score another one.
He is. It's a pickup of about 6 yards. Let's see. They're going to mark it. We'll call it the 46-yard line. So we'll give him 6 yards on that carry. He's at that McMinn 46. What a game for McMinn County. I don't know. I didn't see this.
I thought it would be a good game.
Way.
Right. I thought maybe a little bit more high scoring, but both of these defenses, Oak Ridge's defense has played hard as well. They've stopped McMinn a couple of times here in the second half.
And they're going to get in victory formation now, I think. I think that's the end of. Well, no, they're not. And here's Sliger around the right end looking for running room. He won't find any. There's a flag down. That's going to be a hold. That's kind of the last thing you need right now.
Sliger on the carry.
Coach Cagle's hands on his hips like, don't stop the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's the last thing you needed.
Yeah.
And it was right in front of the referee. He couldn't avoid calling it.
Yeah.
He actually threw the fumble bag, the bean bag out for the marker instead of the flag.
Yeah,
first.
I didn't get that. I saw that come out. I said, there's not a fumble. And then the flag shortly thereafter came out.
I was like, all right, he reached for the wrong thing. Maybe he meant to do that. Nope, the flag came out right after.
Are they going to holding? Are they going to? They decline it. I guess they don't want to have more time go off.
Okay. I didn't.
Okay,
I already wrote that down.
So it's a 2-yard loss back to the 44-yard line of McMinn, and it brings up 3rd down and 6. They're not going to throw it, folks. This is going to be Sliger again, I believe. Sliger and Tarzan White both in the backfield. Could be Mullins. Who knows? Here's Sliger. Finds some running room. He's going to be, he's got a 1st down over the 50 to the 49-yard line. And now he's in Oak Ridge territory, and that's going to do it, folks. Under a minute to play.
Now getting that victory formation.
What a game. Who could have thought after early season losses to this Cherokee team, two losses, and then they have put together a 3-game win streak.
And anytime you've got Oak Ridge coming to town, you know what they are. They're 7-time state champions.
Yeah,
they've been to the playoffs 14 straight years. They're not ever going to go away.
This is the last play of the game, folks. Brady Mullins kneels down, and they're going to do it. McMinn County has come out victorious at Cherokee Stadium, and they've pushed their record overall to 3 wins and 2 losses. Wow.
And just the sportsmanship right there. Coach Brad Bennett, I know we talk about him, but Hayward's kind of there waiting on some high fives, and Coach Bennett, a little embrace there with Hayward, and he understands the talent that kid is, and just the role model that Coach Bennett is to athletes on McMinn's team, but also the opposing team.
Jared, we're going to have a happy coach up here, I think.
I don't know that I've seen him double fist pump it running to the midfield until then.
Now here's a great thing about Coach Bo Cagle. He will play up to the competition.
Yeah.
He has won some big games when he was a big underdog. I think he loves being an underdog, frankly.
Yeah, 100%.
And he had his team prepared. This team was ready tonight. Wouldn't you agree on every facet of the game?
And I think what credit the coaching staff or the players get for maybe ignoring some of the social media things. People think it only happens in the college ranks. It happens in the high school ranks.
It does.
I mean, these kids talk. It's things like that go on during the week. And when you've got a team like Oak Ridge coming in that hasn't lost a game, they've shown a lot of power. But this Cherokee team played like they do, physical team. They made sure Oak Ridge was going to pay for it no matter what they got out of this game, and they get a big win. That's a big win.
Oak Ridge, or rather, McMinn County was the most physical team on the field tonight, and Oak Ridge plays physical.
As a whole, McMinn definitely turned up the physicality tonight, did what they had to do, and, I mean, that 14-3, this ball game was a lot closer than that. I mean, it was a was a true heavyweight match football game on Friday night that you love to watch.
I didn't want to say it at the time because I already felt like I might jinx us on the turnovers. But at 7-3, and late in the third quarter, or maybe the start of the fourth, I wanted to say the next team that scores is going to win this game.
It felt like that.
It's what
the
it
whole
felt.
time.
Whoever scored next was going to win it. It turned out to be the Cherokees. They wouldn't have needed it, but so many big plays.
Oh, yeah.
So many big plays in this one that we'll talk about on the Southland Finance Locker Room Show.
Neither team was going to settle for a field goal. You felt that. Like they weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't. That next score wasn't going to be 3 points on the board unless they just absolutely had to. But it never had that vibe.
I think this might be one of the first times I've seen Oak Ridge kind of wear down a little bit. I think at the fourth quarter they were tired. Dozier was certainly tired.
Yes.
And should be. I mean, he took some big hits, and he kept going. I mean, he's an outstanding back.
No.
But he was a little tired at the end there. I think the quarterback got a little rattled.
Yep.
The passing game it wasn't there. I'll be interested to see the stats and so anyway, folks. Again, it's a McMinn County over Oak Ridge win, 14-3. Coach Bo Cagle is going to join us here in just a few minutes. He's talking to his team on the field now. Parents are heading out onto the field. This is going to be a big celebration down there. And I know it's halfway. This is the halfway point of the season,
right.
and it's a non-region game, but it is a game against a perennial high school power.
Yeah.
And it's a quality win for what that's worth.
It's gonna put some notice on your name in both markets. I mean, Knoxville's kind of been the market to cover it because it's out of Oak Ridge, but Chattanooga's going to pay attention because most of our region opponents we're the northern region opponent, I guess, compared to Ray County. So it definitely kind of showcases that you're here to play if you can play and beat a team like Oak Ridge.
And it's just like you say, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the season too. I mean, you don't know exactly what you got, and I feel like we know a little bit more about what we got after tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and you understand that even if the offense doesn't click, they're that one play from breaking a 75-yarder to essentially seal the game. So,
all right.
Impressive win.
Well, we will take let's take a 60-second break. But, folks, don't leave. Don't leave this broadcast because Coach Bo Cagle, victorious Coach Bo Cagle, is going to be up here with us in just a moment. And we're going to talk about the game and get his comments because that's going to be really interesting. But right now we'll take a 60-second break. McMinn 14, Oak Ridge 3, back in 60 seconds.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966, and under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors for all your Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep needs. L&M Motors says, go Tribe!
Tennessee Wesleyan University offers more than 80 majors and minors at the undergraduate and graduate level. With the TWU Pledge, students may be eligible to attend tuition-free. A 10-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio ensures students receive individualized attention, and Tennessee Wesleyan remains one of the most affordable colleges in the region. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more about on-campus and online opportunities. Choose blue at Tennessee Wesleyan University.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, I see Coach Cagle making his way up here. So I'll tell you what, back at the station wheel, we're going to take one more 30-second break. When we come back, let's go into the Southland Finance Locker Room Show. Coach Cagle will be up here. One more 30-second break, and we'll have Coach Cagle.
Athens Insurance, we're here for you. nothing that we can't do. With integrity and excellence, we will see it through. There's nothing too hard for us to handle, nothing that we can't do. At Athens Insurance, we'll be here for you.
Athens Insurance, serving East Tennessee since 1931.
WJSQ WLAR's postgame coverage continues with the Locker Room Show, brought to you each week after the game by Southland Finance, Congress Parkway, Athens.
All right, welcome back to Cherokee Stadium, and Coach Cagle is making his way up here.
Might be the quickest I've seen him get up the bleachers there.
Yeah, I
Who's
figured
running?
everybody would be stopping. I don't even know where to begin, but let me start here. Just wow, and congratulations on a great win.
I think I said it last week. I would never have imagined that. I would never have imagined.
And here we go again a week later.
That's right.
Well, let's start here. Oak Ridge wins the toss. They defer. They give it to you. You guys go on a 15-play drive. You score a touchdown, which is the way you want every drive to end, with 2:41 to go in the first quarter.
You couldn't have drawn it up any better if we just ran out of extra 2 minutes off the clock, I guess.
I guess.
And had it the whole first quarter. But how important was that drive and that score right there?
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
It's unbelievable the importance of one drive to open the game in the first quarter, and it was a big one.
Well, there's no doubt it set the tone. There was no doubt about that. You go up 7-0. Oak Ridge comes back. They go on a long drive of themselves, another 15-play drive, but your defense, they bend, don't break.
That's right.
They
bend,
stop
don't
it,
break.
hold them to a field goal, and it's kind of a little bit of a foreshadow of things we're going to see, I think. But your defense was outstanding all night. And if there's ever a team win, though, gosh, it's tonight.
Absolutely. I know they were excited about that first quarter arrest they had, the defense did, but we're excited about how they played and how physical they played and just handled the line of scrimmage. And then, I got a little luck, on some of those deep balls. But, it's those things that are going to happen. You start throwing it deep, you're not going to connect on those. Those are
and
hard
more likely to happen on a long pass.
That's right.
I mean, you don't connect on every one of them. You're right. In the first half, Coach, Oak Ridge, 2 possessions. They get the field goal and they get a turnover on down. 2 possessions.
Gets no better than that. That's the way we have to play football against teams like that for sure. Just physical up front, grinding for every yard until the very end. That's what we speak about right there. We just keep pounding until the end, then something's going to break.
Yes.
It's going to break if you keep steady with it, and Jacob Sharp just made a great run. Right? Well, and I don't know how you're going to get to it, but who would have thought possibly the play of the game comes from Brady Mullins on a third and long running for a first down. I mean, that was – we're pinned deep again.
Third and 9, he runs for 13.
I'm telling you, and I'm thinking we're pinned deep again. They're going to get it close to midfield, and with a 5-point lead or whatever it was.
And another thing that I thought was big too. We talked about this. You're forcing them into timeouts to make decisions, and at the end,
they didn't
have any.
I know, it's great.
And it was, you knew what was coming at that point because they couldn't stop you.
And they slowed down. Like there at the end, there's still a chance you could score twice, but they kind of went slow motion and just gave up.
It reminded me of Loudon a couple of years ago.
Yeah. This was a little different situation.
I guess, but the way that they just kind of
they had an unfortunate circumstances happen on their sideline, which I think probably hurt them quite a bit there towards the end of the game.
Let's talk about the second half. We'll just keep it going here. Oak Ridge, again, not a lot of possessions. They have 4 possessions the whole second half. They come out. They have a turnover on downs on their first possession of the second half. Remember, the last possession of the first half was a turnover on downs, so that's twice in a row. You end up punting. They punt. You exchange punts there a couple of times,
4
right?
punts in a row between the teams.
Yeah. And they were close to some first downs there, got pushed back, and had to make the decision to punt.
Yeah.
And I thought they might go for it a couple times there, but chose not to.
Yeah, I think it was hard to find anything on defense, and if you can't run the ball, then you got problems. And we talked about that in pregame. I think our defense is built to stop the run and make you throw because you have to, not because you want to. And I think they were throwing it because they had to tonight.
Well, let's talk about Dozier for a second.
Yeah.
Because that guy runs so hard. We knew it coming in. You talked about it in the coach's show. But you popped him a few times,
I'm telling you, that this is as physical as we have played that I've seen to date.
Yeah.
Now, talk to the maturity of our program is to take this win and keep improving, because we can take it and think we're good
and go
so we got to
backwards.
stay consistent.
Yep.
But when you see it and then you feel it, they had a great time. And I was talking to them, late in the game, y'all having fun. You're having fun. Don't forget about this. This is high school football. Let's have fun while we're doing this.
Yeah.
And they were smiling during the game, and good things were happening.
Jared and I were having a good time. I can tell you that. So let's talk about that last drive. Then we've talked about it some. Of course, the 3rd and 9. Mullins rolls out to the left. I don't know what play call or anything like that, but he makes the decision to turn it up, gets 13.
We've been working on that with him. When he gets to the edge, he doesn't have to throw it. If he sees open grass, go. And, I don't know what – a lot of times that happens, and you look back and go, man, why didn't you throw that ball? He's wide open. But, the decision to run was a great decision on his behalf. Obviously. I mean, I'm thinking when it happened, I said that could be the play of the game. Right? It gets us out of
it.
Even if we punt on that drive, we're punting it and pinning them deep.
That's right.
Because of that run. So
play clock was going down. How close were you to calling timeout?
Close.
Well, it was close.
It was close. He probably got that off with a second or two on the play clock, maybe a second.
Yeah, and that's realistically, that's what we want. We want it all the way down to 0 in this game.
So then you get Sharp on the 75-yard touchdown run. What we were talking about, Sharp.
You get in the end zone. Yeah,
I'm sorry, you're right. Down to 3. I was so excited.
I had the other 3
on the
touchdown.
Couple of things about that play, though. 75-yard run down to the 3. First of all, Sharp, after the last 2 games, obviously, folks know who he is now.
Right.
They're keying on him some probably, but he was taking some licks, too, and just kept –
ain't giving them on defense.
I mean, I thought he –
Crap, I remember when he was little playing youth football, just being a physical kid on the field. He was always been a little smaller guy, and he's physical. So I knew he was going to be a football player for us because he plays that way.
But like you said, you just keep at it. Something's going to break.
Something will break, especially you got a back. The back with vision like that can find little creases. I mean, it just makes a huge.
Looked like he didn't extend it out. He finally cut one back up the middle.
And the other thing about that play was Faulkner leading him the whole way down.
And I told Sharp after that play, because Ethan got down there and he blocked the guy that ended up tackling. The guy went behind Ethan after he blocked him, and I'm sure Ethan said, well, he's not going to make the play from there, so he blocks the other guy, and the guy makes him from behind. But we end up punching it in, so it's all good.
But certainly he got him another 20, 30 yards just by running beside him and keeping the man
he's
at
probably
bay.
caught it to 25 or so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when he took off, he outran everybody down there to get in front of him because he was behind him and made up that ground to block for him.
And then the final kind of nail in the coffin, so to speak, the interception by Faulkner. He was kind of playing center field back there. It looked like it was desperation, I guess.
He had an opportunity early in the game, too, over about the 10.
He and Sharp collided there.
That was great. That's great. And, we did a good job, too. We didn't turn the ball over like we talked about. And we got one, which is a big deal in that game.
All right, we're going to take one quick break. Stay here with us. We're going to go into stats, but want to thank Southland Finance for being our sponsor for this locker room show. One quick break.
When you need money for your fall home improvement projects, call Terry or Miranda at Southland Finance and ask about a personal loan. Whether you're remodeling, adding new home furnishings before the holidays, or simply needing to do some preventative maintenance to ensure your home is safe and warm this winter, they're ready to lend a helping hand. And they'll make the process fast and simple. Southland Finance, located in the log cabin at 516 South Congress Parkway, Athens. Call 744-9554. All loans subject to credit approval.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, where McMinn County has defeated Oak Ridge tonight, 14-3. Terry Stansel's with us. He's got statistics.
Okay, for Oak Ridge, 94 yards on the ground on 26 attempts, averaging 3.6 yards per carry, 98 yards in the air on 13 completions out of 27 with one interception, 192 yards for the game. Fumbled twice, recovered both of those. Leading rusher, of course, was DeJavius Dozer, 20 carries, 99 yards. Blaine Stansberry was 13 of 27 with one interception for 98 yards. For our Cherokees, 201 yards on the ground on 42 carries, averaging 4.78 yards a carry. 2 yards passing, 203 yards for the total game. Penalized 6 times 70 yards, punted the ball 3 times for 143 yards for 47.6 yard average, which I think is huge. That was huge for us.
That is a weapon.
Jacob Sharp, 12 carries, 103 yards. Taylon White, 15 for 46. Brady Mullins, 6 for 30. Luke Sliger, 8 for 21. And Jacarian Dyer, 1 for 1. Of course, Brady was 1 of 2 in the air for 2 yards.
I think where I want to go with this, you defeat Tyner, you get a big region road win against East Hamilton. Maybe you still don't know. Mid-season,
Right.
you don't know what everybody's got just yet. But this was big boy football tonight.
Well, and I told you about our team. I mean, I didn't know what we had, and I've still, we've still got to put it together.
Yeah.
But to see this, we know we can.
Yes.
We know we can.
Yep.
And we got to practice those ways, because this week, I don't know if we talked about it on the air or off the air, when if we practice like we did on Tuesday, then we're not going to get beat pretty bad. If we practice like we did on Wednesday, we got a chance to win. So we need to have great practices for the rest of the time, so we always have a chance to win the game.
I was going to say, I looked at Oak Ridge's stats when Terry just said it. 3 yards per carry. They average almost 7 yards a carry. Dozier almost 8 yards a carry. The defensive line did an outstanding job, at least getting off the run blocks and letting the linebackers come up a little bit.
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, they did a great job of stringing plays out. And then when we got our hands on him, we got him down.
Yeah.
There was not a whole lot of broken tackles, and there wasn't any big runs, big ones.
Yep.
We strung it out on the edge and got him out of bounds. I was more worried about him than anything else. And, he got 99 yards.
Yeah.
But they were tough yards.
Yes,
he had to
they
work
were.
for those yards.
Coach, you've made this comment, and it presents itself every week now. This team knows how to tackle.
Well, yeah,
they don't miss a lot of tackles.
Right. We did a good job tonight. They can, right?
Yeah, we know they can.
You see that you can, so now you can't lie to me. You can't not tackle because you've shown it that you can.
A couple of names. Dakota Thompson came up
a couple times
hard on some people.
Yep.
And he met the receivers as they were catching the ball, and again, it's a completed pass, 4 yards.
Yep.
3 yards.
Bend, but don't break. Dakota's going to be tired and sore because they kept running deep balls on him, so he's having to run down the field and try to cover. Then he's coming up, tackling, and then, man, those receivers, I don't know how much y'all looked at them, but, man, they could block. And when they got a hold of us, it was trouble on the edge, so I know we were having problems getting off those blocks.
Dakota fought a block off of Hayward down there to make a huge tackle on Dozier that stopped him on a first down play on the far sideline.
I'd see that on film. He gets over that hump of the field and can't see anything else.
Landon Fagans popped some people tonight.
He did. They played hard.
See some big. I hate to name anybody, honestly, because everybody out there played hard tonight.
They threw a little screen out here, and Ethan Faulkner comes up and just cuts him in half. And we hadn't seen that all year, so we know he can now. So we're finding out things about our team that we just got to be consistent on how we play.
All right. Well, do you want to hit a few scores there? We'll close it out.
Opponent next week is Ooltewah in a region game. They get blanked at home by Walker Valley, 35-0. East Hamilton and East Ridge don't have a score there. Sequoia at home against Howard, the future region opponent there, 29-6. The Chiefs in front in the fourth quarter. Maryville gets back to winning, 37-18 over Science Hill. Knox West blanks Knox Central, 53-0. You've got Lenoir City beating Campbell County 43-26 after being down by 7 at the half. Loudon gets beat. They go to 4-1. Hickson 2-2 beat them in the region matchup 31-27. Let's see. William Blunt also goes down as another undefeated team to Westridge 49-38. And then McMinn Central looks like they have shaken off the Sweetwater Monkey on their back there, 44-10. It was late in the third quarter, so it looks like the Chargers are going to beat the Wildcats there. And then Ray County at hosting Cleveland, 48 for the Blue Raiders, 14 for Ray County. That's
who are they playing?
Ray County and Cleveland. So 48-14, Cleveland wins. So.
All right, guys. Well, Coach, I want to say again, congratulations. Your team was so prepared tonight. In every area, and I know that's not just you. It is you, but boy, it's a lot of people that take part in that.
They're making adjustments. Our coaching staff's making adjustments at halftime to make things work out a little better. And our defense, they played better in the second half, I believe, than the first half.
I think they did.
that's our guys getting in there and finding out the best way to get our kids in the right position to make plays. And more credit to them than me. I absolutely.
Back into region play next week. Ooltewah comes here. It's homecoming week, a big week here at McMinn County High School. We need all these fans back out here again. It's region game.
Yeah, it's a big game. That's what I told them right out there, guys. When win or lose this game, we were going to find out who we were. It doesn't matter in anything that we do. Yep. And it wasn't going to matter.
Yep.
The next 2 weeks matter. They're big, big games the next 2 weeks. So we got to learn to mature and get better and make sure we do those things right.
You guys, your coaching staff comes back together, I think, Sunday, starts game planning. Man, go enjoy this one tomorrow, though, because this is a big one.
I am. I'm going to enjoy it at Dave & Buster's with